Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
What up? What up? What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Monday, man? We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due how we always do. We gonna chop it up and build for a little bit how we always do. Y'all know. Smash the like button on the way in, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, all that good stuff. And come say what's up to the fam. How y'all feeling? How's the fan feeling? We back with another build, another week of this boxing talk, man. Where we at on the likes? We at 1 million. I know we getting there. Russell, what it do, homie? Ace, my guy. Mike Mazak, what's good, bro? Kano, what's good, Brody? How you feeling? Melanin Queen Peace says, how you feeling today? Good to see you in the building as always. We gonna talk a little bit, man. We gotta talk about Turkey, man. I heard his audio that he did in the spaces this past weekend, in the Twitter spaces, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's been a lot of talk about what he's been doing in this TKO league, and he jumped in the Twitter space, and he had a much different energy than he normally have, it seemed like. But we gonna play, we gonna talk about it, man. We gonna get to this, man. And we got some more Tank and Lamont Roach update. Lamont Roach, he did a breakdown recently of the whole fight on his channel. He made the video private, but the main takeaway from his breakdown was that he had a little clip where he was saying Tank tried to bite him or something to that effect. But we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about all of it. Mike Kirkland, what's good, bro? How you feeling? Cash Sports, the Boxtorian, what's good, my guy? Warlock Boxing, what's good, fam? How y'all feeling today, man? We gonna get to this, you know, a la Turki Alalshikh. They don't really like Buddy, man, but we gonna listen to what he was talking about in these spaces, man. That got people, you know, upset, man. But me, like I keep saying, man, I don't know what the paranoia is with this guy, man. I don't care what he says out of his mouth. Only pay attention to what he do, man. He could get in front of a microphone and a camera and say anything, but doing it is a whole other thing. And this whole notion that he's going to take boxing away from the U.S., I think it couldn't be more of your typical exaggeration in boxing. I feel like although you might be connected to some money and things like that, but I've said this before and I'm gonna keep saying it without me knowing all the details. If God's situations ain't right, the hell with whatever money you throwing around if a situation ain't right. So if you're providing a platform and an outlet that would allow guys to make money in situations where they typically won't, then I could see it working out to a degree, right? But it's gonna take some doing. It's gonna take a lot of work. It's gonna take a lot of figuring it out. And I say this all the time, man. This guy got like a hell of an imagination when it comes to boxing. So when he speak, it be things that he got going on in his head. It don't even be like, actions that he's actually taking within the sport to actually make it a reality, right? Like you heard this dude talk about fighting on a damn mountain. Like that should have told people right then and there what we dealing with. And I say all that to say, so when you hear him say things like, oh, well, I'm going to crush this and, we're going to crush everybody, I think he's just talking, man. He got a WWE type vibe to him. That shit sound good, but I don't think that's what the plans is ultimately. I think it would be smart for him to coexist amongst the other promoters and things that are already out there. You get what I'm saying? I don't think he fully learned the game and the business to shut everybody out and not work with anybody. And I don't think he has the firepower. And what I mean by firepower, yeah, he might have a bankroll, but you don't have the fighters to make this takeover that people are, paranoid about a real thing. So like I said before, man, I just think it's talk. And he's just excited to be a part of something. I think that's what I see. He excited to be part of the sport. Peace to the Queen, Lisa. How you feeling today? Cornelius, what's good, bro? How you feeling? Cal Coolidge, my guy, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Boxing with 2 cents, what it do? So, like I said, I be hearing the stuff this guy be saying, but I just chalk it up as he just excited, man. Like he be wanting to announce stuff before it's even put together fully, right? Before they even ironed out all the wrinkles and details. So that should tell you something about the guy when he speaks. I'm not saying it don't mean nothing, but he just talking, man. He just say, you get what I'm saying? People be excited. They know this is the same dude. Y'all, this is the same guy that got people paranoid. This is the same dude that admitted to putting out misinformation. You get what I'm saying? He admitted to putting out misinformation. So when I hear a guy admit to something like that, you tend to take certain things he say with a grain of salt, especially these bold claims when he say he gonna come in here and he gonna take over. And I don't think none of that is gonna happen. He'd be glad to have a seat at the table. And I get it, you got the money, but you need the fighters. You need situations that make sense. You need incentives. You need a reason for guys to want to buy into what you got going on. You need to be able to offer something that these guys can't get nowhere else. You get what I'm saying? And I can see it working out for some of the smaller, or should I say less known fighters. I can see that being a thing, but ultimately for you to make the kind of impact that you're looking to make, you need the stars. Let's call that shit what it is. You need the stars. You need the fighters. You need the people that move the needle. You need those guys. And without them, that shit is just wishful thinking. It's a hoop dream. It's cool. It's just going to be nothing more than an experiment. And who knows, it might down the road, down the line be something good. But as far as all, people being paranoid about him taking boxing from America, I think that's a stretch. I think that's a stretch. I just don't see it. I don't see him doing all of that. Shout out to Connor. He said, I hope I'm wrong about Turkey, but experience tells me, oof. Emmanuel, what it do, homie? And look, ultimately, like I said, is he gonna be here for the long haul? That would be my question. We all know he has some type of health concerns too. So you just don't know how long he gonna be around. It seemed like he's just trying to do a whole lot before. You get what I'm trying to say? Well, whatever time he has, he's just trying to do. He doing shit. So, like I said, man, no different than what probably anybody else would do in his shoes with the access to those type of finances. And you know what I mean? It's almost like boxing is his playground. But like I said, for him to pull this off, he's going to need the participation of the fighters. And a lot of these fighters are signed up in alliance with other promoters, these quote unquote guys that you will be crushing, right? So you're just gonna have to show me, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna sit back and enjoy it. I don't think boxing is going nowhere in the US, in America, no time soon. It's been here. I think it's gonna remain here. I think at the end of the day, at the, you know, worst case scenario, he could just be another outlet for people. Like I've always maintained since the beginning, man. But we gonna see, man. I'm just not into praising people and things like that either, though. You know, so we just gotta wait and see. But I don't know what his intentions are. You know what I mean? Like I say, he's just using this shit like it's his own playground. So we gonna see if he's able to really, you know, put a footprint in the sport the way he's looking to. We're gonna see. You got Dana White, you know, partnered up with him. So let's see if they're able to add any value to boxing. If they can't do that, I don't see the longevity in their experiment or their project. That's all I could say. You know what I mean? Based on completely, yeah, exactly. I agree 1,000,000%, Kano. I just don't see it. Boxing builds stars for sure. Let the hype wars begin. You know that's how they playing it. I just don't see. I don't think. You know, I just feel like it's too many people that got their footprint already in the sport for him to significantly impact them to the point where they can't do them. You get what I'm saying? They can't do what they've been doing. So, you know, like I said, man, that shit sound good when you're saying it out loud, but you got to make it happen. You got to be able to make it happen, G. We're going to get to this. We're going to see what he was talking about in these spaces, man. Y'all smash the like button. We're going to
talk today about what happened in boxing last 2 weeks, and also what will happen from our side in the future.
That's a fact. I agree.
The last week we announced the first league of boxing with TKO and Dana White. We focus in this league in the talent and to give the opportunity for the fighters and to make something the fans like. We have a lot of...
So right then and there, real quick, he already hear him speaking about trying to put together something that the fans like. And in order to do that, you're going to have to come correct. You got to think the fans are the ones that make this go. You can have the money, but people have to buy into your product. People have to want to participate in the TKO league. The fighters and the fans have to buy into it in terms of wanting to spend money there, right? Because you assume it's going to cost us something. We don't know what it's going to cost us yet, but it's going to cost us something. So if you're going to do this for the fans, we going to remember you said that. You get what I'm saying? Crush the Legend was good, bro.
Ideas. I will keep it until the right time to Dana, because he's the CEO of the company and the league, to announce it. This league is project not against anyone.
Dante was good, bro.
Not against the commission, not against the promoters. This is my opinion and this is from my side. It is a project, will have space in the market, and we will still see the 4 belt and the commission and the promoters. The market is huge and no one can delete anyone from this market.
Now, did you hear him? Did you hear him? He acknowledged the sanctioning bodies, that they're going to be there. The 4 belts is going to still be there. That nobody can delete nobody from this space. Now he talking with sense. Didn't I tell y'all, stop falling for the WWE shit? Stop falling for it. I know it sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna crush them. You got to think he's trying to sell you something. And in order for him to sell you something, he got to get you. He got to be able to invoke some type of emotion, whether he piss you off, get you excited, make you happy, mad, whatever the case. He got to do that, right? He's trying to sell you something. So he's going to get in front of the microphone and he's going, yeah, we're going to crush them. He's just talking shit. That's why I say, man, like, we be overreacting. Then he comes back much more calm, much more laid back. Hey, man, look, the sanctioning bodies are still going to be here. Them 4 belts, they still going to be here. They've been here. They're going to be here. Like, we can't delete nobody from this space. Mills Rob, what it do, homie? How you feel? You get me? Now he talking real. Because he opened the space for people to listen. Now he got your attention because that's what he tried to do. People fall for the banana in the tailpipe. He ain't crushing shit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not no heavy advocate of his, but I'm not against nothing he doing. I'm right in the middle. I just sitting here watching. But he ain't crushing shit. I've been saying that. Now he's pretty much saying that. After what, y'all? The bait and switch, the banana in the tailpipe. Hey, y'all, I'm going to crush everybody. And then you know what? We're going to have his spaces and I'm going to talk. Now he got y'all listening. Now he letting y'all know the real. That's all I'm saying. People be tripping. Overreacting, man. Trey Skills, what it do, homie? What's good with it? You stupid. You done. Let's get back
promoters.
To it.
The market is huge.
Listen to
Space in the market.
You get me?
And
you get me, Cal?
We will still see the 4 belt and the commission and the promoters. The market is huge and no one can delete anyone from this market.
Nobody deleting nobody from this market, bro. He just got people attention. You get what I'm saying? Think about how many people probably listen to this, and when he started this up, they thinking he about to come here, he about to regulate, he about to talk about how he about to crush everything. No. And he fooled you again. Remember, this is the same guy that admitted to putting out misinformation to basically get a reaction from the people. And they forget this. They forget. So when he say something wild, like, oh, I'm going to crush, I'm like, oh, he talking. And now I'm just proving right, man. I think he's just talking. You're going to have to work. It's a lot of people in boxing, man. You ain't eliminating all of them just because you have money. You get what I'm saying? You don't even have the structure. You don't even have the roster. How you ain't crushing shit. You get me? That's just some talk. And to get people going, get people in the uproar a little bit. He ain't crush shit. He ain't.
For the Ring magazine and the belt of the Ring magazine in this position is in the middle. The Ring magazine will keep the legacy of 103 years. It will not be involved in any of these things. This is something separate. The Ring magazine will focus doing what the Ring magazine has doing in the last more than 100 years.
So he's just basically saying they're going to be something separate. And remember, he called this a project or something to that effect. Didn't I tell y'all it's like a damn experiment right now? He's supposed to have high praise. He's supposed to try to be able to sell you a reason to be able to buy into what he got going on. You get what I'm saying? And with that, it's going to be sound bites and little shit that he say to try to get your attention. And once he gets your attention, now he's going to really tell you what's really going on. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? That's how I've always seen it. But I could be wrong. We gonna see though, but I don't see no reason to panic. Boxing, there's too many people with their footprint in boxing, and they're not going nowhere because somebody came around with a bankroll, bro. I mean, I'm pretty sure he won't be the first person to try to dip his toe in boxing with some money. You get what I'm saying? And Mauricio, he seen that clip, Cal, and Mauricio said, "You touch my belt, I will fight back." He was like, "Oh." It wasn't even like that, Mauricio. Hold on. Let me get to these spaces. Let me tell these people how, listen, I was just talking shit. I was just talking, y'all. That's bait. Without saying that what he's saying, I was just talking, bro. Nobody's getting deleted from this space. You know, it's a big market. Yeah, we know. So what? Don't come up in here talking crazy like that because the fight fans ain't buying it. They ain't going for it. So if you're going to come in here like it's some get down and lay down and you don't even got the fighters to do it, you get good luck with that experiment, buddy. what good is the money without the people to be able to fight? You get what I'm saying? You can't put on the shows. You can't do nothing with it. You just got money. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, some people look, bend the knee, as they call it. Some people going to go get that bag. But overall, for you to succeed at the level that you were speaking of, you need the people. And without that, you cannot be successful. Never forget that, people. Never forget that. So if people are not buying into what he's selling on a large scale, then what he talking is nothing more than a pipe dream or hoop dream. Some shit that he dream about at night when he lay down. You get what I'm saying? Big drop, Dre. What's good, bro? How you feeling?
There is a lot and big upgrade for the magazine. There is a lot of people who will enjoy the company of the magazine. There is big app and website will launch next January with big company. We will announce for the Ring magazine, collaborate with big merchandise company in America and in the world. They will sell a lot of things by the IP of the Ring magazine, clothes, shoes, panini cards, different things. The Ring magazine will start to have amazing and different cards. It will begin in London, in Tottenham Stadium, with the fights between Yuba and Kambin. Then we will go to the Times Square for the first time. Then we will now study to do something in the 12th of July in New York, and in March next year in Alcatraz jail.
He gotta chill. Hey, man, are y'all really bothered by somebody that's talking about hosting a fight in Alcatraz, bro? Man, I'll be never minding his ass. Let him have his experiment. Have fun with that. Who the hell gonna sign up to fight in Alcatraz? And what kind of money are you gonna pay everybody involved to do such a thing? The man said Alcatraz jail. He trying to throw fights in Alcatraz. Do you think I'm worried about him? I'm going to just treat that as exactly what I think he is. Entertainment, bro. Because this shit is comical. Alcatraz is wild. Like, now you're going to have to come out your pocket. Yo, bro said Alcatraz. And he dead serious, too. He not joking or none of that. Y'all, he not joking. He not joking. Bro said Alcatraz with a straight face. Bro, nah, man. Nah, deep for the win, my guy. What's good with it, bro? John Wick, what's good with it? I listen to the fake fans and pay station and fees. Mr. Ma, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? I have heartbeats when they put the 5 horsemen on the cover. You stupid Alcatraz jail. Shout out to my dog, Zoom Verse. Peace to my homie, man. Rude Exposure, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? What's good, man? Yeah, now look, it's like we'll watch it wherever it's at, but I'm talking about the people that's gonna participate. Cause I ain't gotta be there. I could watch it from my comfortability in my home, right? But who gonna participate in fighting Alcatraz, bro? That shit is funny. You gotta admit, it's pretty damn funny, bro. And it's bold. Shout out to my dog D1, man. Salutations, Brody. Appreciate you, man. Always supporting the grind.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
D1. Milazzo, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Paulie and Dan Rayfield talking about the league and how violates. I didn't catch it, yo. Average Joe was good with it. He been watching Undisputed. Bruce Gas, peace to the OG. Let's get back to
it. Study to do something in the 12th of July in New York,
QT was
and
good.
in March next year in Alcatraz jail.
Alcatraz jail.
The Ring magazine now working for doing animation, TV series, comic book, manga, and video games.
He talking about video games, comic books, cartoons, bro. Talking about animation. Do you hear this guy? Didn't I tell y'all he got like a playground view of like what he want to bring to boxing? I'm telling you, bro. Bro said Alcatraz, then followed that up by like animations, cartoons, video games, comic books. Do you hear him? Bro just trying to get in where he fit in. He want to see how many people gonna buy into his playground version of what he think boxing is. And I swear it's just like a kid in a candy store somewhere. He just got access to money. Yeah, let's do comic books. Yeah, let's fight in Alcatraz. Yeah. Are we at it? Let's do cartoons. You know what I'm saying? Video games, the works. Let's do it. Like, you get me? Bro ass just hyped up, man. Bro ass a hype for real, y'all. Turkey just hyped up, bro. He just trying to get in where he fit in, man. You get me? You do that though, Justin. You got better. You get what I'm saying? That's what he doing, bro. That's why I say I ain't tripping off him. We would know a lot more at the Times Square event for sure. That Times Square event, I think, is pretty cool though. I think that one is cool. Gotta give Turkey his just due. Salute the Turk. Jive Turkey. Making you records, man. Send the Lambos while he at it, man. Shit, but he delivers. Yeah, let's see how much of the shit that he's selling can he deliver, OG. You get me? I'm not against it either way, but I just don't think nobody should be worried that he's taking boxing anywhere. Like, I don't think so. He just got an imagination, and I think if he got the money to finance his imagination, his active imagination in boxing, then he gonna get what he, you know what I'm saying? He gonna do what it do. Line what it do, homie. How you feeling? You get me? So that's where I'm at with it.
A movie and TV series.
Look, movies, TV series.
There's a lot of surprise will come to the market from the Ring magazine.
Banks, what it do, homie?
There is a lot of great people will be
you
involved in the magazine
in
the future, inshallah. Now let's get back to the boxing.
Fun. I ain't mad at it.
I see what happened in the market in the last week, and I understand the panic in the market because there is a lot of companies and there are a lot of promoters. What I want to say, we care about the fans and the fighters, and we will support the fans and the fighters, and we will continue doing the big fights for the people. There is a full schedule. I will say it in a couple of minutes, but in the same time, the relationship between Riyadh season and the relationship between the Ring magazine and the promoters will continue at least for the next 1 or 2 years. This depends about their reaction and about what is the options they will give us. If it is good for us, we will do it.
So he's saying there's a relationship with the other promoters as far as, I guess, his U.S. market, right? And he's saying that relationship is going to continue at least for the next 1 or 2 years. Sound like he's saying then from there, he'll see if what they have to offer makes sense and go from there. So it sounds somewhat reasonable, man. But like I said, my whole reason for talking about this is because I see the panic that he's able to stir up with just a simple quote, a statement, right? He make a statement, people just go crazy, right? Like whatever he say is just gonna happen for sure. And I just don't see it being that way. Like I would like to see him pull off a fight at Alcatraz jail. And he talking about what he said. Did he say next month? I have to rewind it, but you get what I'm saying? He got a lot of high hopes. I'm not mad at it. If it's providing opportunities for fighters within the sport of boxing that makes sense for them, then by all means, I'm not against it. You want to lose your money or their Saudi's money, whatever, that's not my problem to worry about, right? My concern for me as a fight fan or a consumer is what are you able to add to the sport of boxing? What kind of value, right? You know what I mean? Aside, obviously, we know you got the access to the money, so they say, but what significant, consistent value can you add to the sport? That's what I'm asking. Reef, what it do, family? How you feeling? Yo, I'm telling you, Doc, what's good with it? Dr. Boxing Talk, what's good, fam? can bring a dope boxing game. Yeah, man, we've been missing it ever since fight night. You know what I mean? Forever G's, what it do? We need it. And Undisputed just look like it ain't cutting it for me. You know what I mean? Let's get back to this, y'all.
In this situation, I like
Mr. Improv, what it do?
That Matchroom and Eddie Hearn doing. Eddie, still until now, discussing with my team and with me to doing a big fight around the world. And he continue. Eddie do it and take the position in smart things. He decide to continue to work with us if we are continuing doing business with him. And this is the professional way. And also we have a lot of discussion with Golden Boy to have some fighters from them in different cards. The result of Times Square,
shout out to the OG for
it
now.
will affect the future of the Riyadh season cards. We want to see in October the rematch between Garcia and Haney. We want Timalifu to have a big chance, maybe against Boots. Garcia and Haney. We want Timalifu to have a big chance, maybe against Boots.
Somebody tell Turk, yo, we don't know no Timalifu. Yo, Timalifu and Boots. You know how to say Boots, but that Tefimo messing you up big time, dude.
We want Timalifu to have a big chance, maybe against Boots,
bro,
or someone else in the same level.
He ain't said Tio name right yet, y'all.
After the 3rd of May, we will announce the details that
Motown, what it do, homie?
About the Canelo and Crawford fight, the big fight in the history of boxing.
Timalifu is crazy, ain't it?
We will not announce it before the 3rd. All the details. And there is surprise about who will be the promoter of this big fight. And the platform, you will see the big fights in it. We finish everything, but I respect the request from Canelo. He wants to focus in his big fight and dangerous fight in the 3rd of May. And after that, we will start to talk about the future. We are studying.
So that's what it seemed like. He learning some game, maybe some patience from Dana White with this announcing things way before they really all the way put together, right? And then shit end up not happening because that's a way that's how you lose the fans. You know what I'm saying? False hope or putting out shit and then having to take it back or not being able to deliver. And you new to the game, making all these bold ass promises, right? And you know you don't bite your tongue at all, right? You feel like you here to stay, you here to deliver, right? You're gonna make big fights, the best fights, Alcatraz fights. You trying to make big fights around the world. You say you got a big fight coming up. People gonna be surprised at the promoter and the platform that it's gonna be on. So I'm just listening to all this stuff, and I'm gonna just see how much of it can he actually deliver on. Because anytime somebody oversells, man, you know what I'm saying? It's not a good thing. Dana White is a social media expert and McQueen a professor. Yeah, he got him for some good reasons. So maybe he helped him pump the brakes a little bit with the premature announcements and things like that. Because you get people going and then don't deliver. Like I said, it just ain't gonna go over well for the fans. Because I don't know what kind of like history that he's built with the people so far. I hear some of the, some people praising him, but it seems like it's a larger portion of people that just ain't all the way rocking with him. So it's very early, and I want to see if he can deliver on the things that he talk about. Like he had a very animated approach. It just seemed like he wanted to put on big fights, make things happen, right? And if he can do that, then I don't see how it's a bad thing in the grand scheme of things. So that's why I've always been with it. Let's sit back and see. L-Dub Boxing, what it do, my guy, the fax machine in the building, y'all.
And we will have anyone from Japan in December in our country. There is a lot of options. I prefer him to fight Nakatana from Japan if it is possible. We will push to have something like this in the future.
He want Inoue and Nakatani, huh? I like that. See, that get my attention, man. That raised my antennas a little bit. Now you got my attention. Fights like that is fights that people need to see, man. That's a damn good fight if you could put that together. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be a great fight to put together. No lie. Nakatani and Inoue. Because it clearly seemed like those dudes gonna keep winning until they run into somebody just as bad as them. You know what I mean? So that'd be great. You know what I mean? Dana tried boxing a few times already. And maybe he got some help now, Wait, who's Tony? who that? He said?
Nakatana from Japan, if it is possible. We will push to have something like this in the future. Now, maybe today or tomorrow maximum, we will announce the undercard of Canelo fights in the 3rd of May. There is a lot of surprise.
We got that already.
We will announce it also.
The Canelo card. Shout out to
for Tottenham and for Times Square for the fans. It's about the video games of Fatal Fury and our relationship with SNK. The fans will have chance. Anyone buy this game and register with us, he will have chance to play against KSI and Speed in the game and to have the chance to be in the ringside in this 2 big event and have some gifts also. It will be something special. We finish all the details about Times Square. It will be surprise for the world. My phone and my team is always happy to work with the promoters in boxing if they give us good options. We are now waiting and working in the same time with WBC for the competition, the Grand Prix of WBC and Riyadh season. It will be something huge, and it will be giving the opportunity for discovered new fighters and give them the chance. My focus from the beginning as a Riyadh season and as a person and as fans and owner of the Ring Magazine to support the fighters and to make the fans happy. We will try to deliver big card with good price in pay-per-view. There is a lot of surprise. We will announce it soon. I hope you're enjoying what we are doing. I like it, and I hope getting boxing great again. Thank you so much. This is what I want to say, and wait and watch. Thank you.
Wait and watch. Thank you. That was Big Turk, man. Big Turk.
It will
Big
be
Turk is
something
in the
huge.
Big Turk was in the Twitter spaces mixing it up with the folk, with the common folk, you know. He definitely stood on his word speaking, and I'm gonna pull that up too. Let's talk fashion. My guy Remo was good, bro. Say he no longer interested in B with Benavidez. I didn't not in this clip that I got, Mr. Grandy. What it do? His English is improving. Yeah, he very patient. He took his time with that. So like I said, man, I played that because I be you know, I be in the comments. I be seeing a lot, and people be you know, some people disturbed and they just ain't feeling his presence, his arrogance, his energy, the way he conduct business or whatever the case. You know, the viewing public ain't been feeling it. So I think when he said something about crushing the competition, you know, that got people talking, that got everybody listening. And then he doubled back with this spaces talk, and he let you know it ain't like that. He's still working with promoters, you know, relationships going to continue, X, Y, and Z. But overall, it just seemed like he's trying to get his foot in the game for real. You know what I mean? And my question will always be the same. Will that be good or bad for boxing? We have yet to see. You know what I mean? I haven't made a judgment. No way. Either way. So just want to see what he's capable of. Like he got this real, you know, he got all these ambitions for boxing, all these different things he feel like he can get in here and do, and you know, put fights on in Alcatraz. Like I said, I told you the other interview, he was talking about, you know, putting fights at the Coliseum and what else he said. He was talking a bunch of wild stuff, mountains and different things. So dude just got a lot of ambitions. He got a lot of shit in his head, and he throwing it out there, man, seeing what stick. I'm not here to be mad at him. Let's see if he can keep being a bright spot for fighters that need opportunities, right? And that's where I'm always at, right? I like to hear from the fighters. So far, so good. You haven't had too many fighters really come out and say, you know, that he does bad business or whatever the case may be. So, you know, despite the people that they say haven't gotten paid, you know, to my understanding, that it's not necessarily a Turkey, you know, him being responsible for why guys didn't get paid. So I don't know, but like I said, man, I think he gonna have to work with people when it's all said and done. This whole notion that you can just get rid of everybody and you know, be the last man standing, that shit is very ambitious, but it's very hard to pull off. Like that's just not something you could pull off. You get what I'm saying? People had their foot in boxing for a while, and I don't think they're going nowhere because of somebody that got some money. You get what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure they know better than me that money is one thing, but you need the talent too to go with that. You get what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. And shout out to my guy. But this was the in the timing of that, this came out, that Twitter space, that clip came out before he dropped this. So he did tell people he was gonna have the announcement for the undercard for the Canelo and Skull fight. So this is it. Shout out to my guy. He had sent this to me earlier. And look, it ain't the best card in the world. I didn't expect it to be. But if it's gonna be one of them cheap pay-per-views, maybe you could spend this on by the people. I don't know if you could. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you get $80, $90 people on this one, but you know, Canelo's gonna do what Canelo do. Jaime Munguia, that fight is good because of what happened in the first one. It's a rematch. You know what I mean? Martin Bacoli always getting there and fight, right? But F.A. Jog, but you know, we seen what happened to him on short notice. I don't anticipate that happening to him in this F.A. Jogba fight. Him having a full training camp, being able to prepare for the guy. I don't see him having a, you know, situation like he did over there, getting knocked out early. You know what I'm saying? So then you got Bottle Jack. I mean, shit. If you know Bottle Jack, you know he's still hanging in there. He's an old vet in the latter half of his career. You got these two other fights that I'm not too high on, but it's not too bad, man. You know? Not too bad. Say by that happy feet card, Antarctica. This dude got some high technique. Was good. Was not a great one for sure. Samuel was good, bro. Not a great one, but it's a good. It's cool. It's solid. You know, it's decent. It's decent. It's decent, y'all. So I don't like Canelo because he's gonna do him. Well, fans want, yeah, he gonna do him after fans. You know he don't care. He felt like he gave us, you know, the years of good fights that we wanted from him, and he felt like since then, you know, he don't gotta give us those type of fights no more. It's unfortunate, but he said, Bruce said, worth streaming. Yeah. OG says worth streaming. Give it a little stream. Little stream ain't never hurt nobody, you know? But yeah, man, that's what it is with Canelo. He got that, you know, I'm going to do me regardless. And he know that he got people behind him that's going to support it. So it's tough for him to go outside of what he's been doing because it's been working for him. You know, as far as financially and within the ring. He's able to pick these guys, beat up on these dudes, you know, keep padding his record, so to speak, right? He on like a retirement tour, so to speak, to me. Like, it's a long-ass one, but that's what Canelo on. We know he got the talent and the skills to be able to challenge anybody that we asking him to fight. It's just he don't want to do it, and it's tough. Because as fight fans, we can't find enough reasons why you shouldn't want to fight the absolute best guys in your division, especially when you looked at as a dude that's one of the kings of boxing. So it's tough. Secret dance moves. What it do? What's good? What he said. The undercard is poor. It could be much better for sure, but I just ain't expecting much because they probably expecting Canelo to carry the card. Shout out to my dog BJ, man. He says salute, fan. Appreciate the 5-piece, man. Much love, bro. Always. Shout out to BJ, man. Yeah, so you know, yeah, man. I can't. Are you surprised? I'm not. And I think this right here, you gotta look at this as exactly what it is. This is a pit stop for Canelo. Come on, man. Look, anything can happen in boxing. We know that. We've seen it with Bruno and Haney, right? With the knockout in the 4th round, but I don't think none of us anticipate seeing that again, but anything can happen. He done it once. Can he do it again? Can lightning strike twice in the same place? That's what Bruno trying to do with this fight. So I think it's some intrigue to that one simply because he was looked at as a guy that Jaime Munguia was going to go in there and just pummel, and he ended up getting stopped. So anytime you have that, it makes the rematch interesting, right? People don't care too much for Jaime, but he's still a player. In boxing, right? He a dangerous guy. He get in there and go, right? He patted the hell out of his record to a degree, but look, he went there, tried it against Canelo. It didn't work. Fought this guy on the rebound, got stopped. Now he revisiting that. That's what we like to see, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I be wanting to know, is this shit really about boxing or is it about the name or the matchup? Because if I seen a guy that was a heavy underdog stop a guy like Jaime Munguia, I'm interested in a rematch. Personally, I am. Just to see if he can strike lightning twice. Like, or was it a fluke? I'm going to lean toward it being a fluke because I don't expect Jaime to fall asleep at the wheel like that again. But I think it's a good fight for what it's worth. You know what I mean? Martin Bacoli always typically give you a show. I think with the right kind of training camp, he going to do what Martin Bacoli do. Be dangerous, come forward, and you better duck. You better get out of the way with him. You know what I mean? Effie Jogba, somebody that tasted defeat already. Since then, he's bounced back and he's been looking better. So, you know what I mean? This ain't a guaranteed win for either guy. I think the fight could go either way. FA can box, man. He can handle himself in there. So let's see if he can pull off the win. Let's see if he could give Mark Bacoli a 2nd straight loss in a row. Thanks Saras got a chance in a rematch. We're gonna see. We're gonna see, because I know we all felt like that the first time. You got brother back in the ring. Bottle Jack in there with a tough opponent. Yeah, I don't know much about Bottle Jack opponents, so pardon me, y'all, but I know Bottle Jack, you know. No Bottle Jack for sure. I don't know about his opponent at all. But you said he tough, man, and that's important because Bottle Jack definitely ain't no spring chicken. He in the later stages of his career. So I know none of these fights gonna be easy for him. Bottle Jack should be about 40, man, at this point, I think. Is it close to it or 40 plus? One of them, I don't want to put no years on him, but Battle Jack he up there. He been around for a minute. So respected Battle Jack, man. Look, he always getting there. He bring his lunch pail every time he get in the ring. You get what I'm saying? So this would be no different there. You know what I'm saying? This would be a vet trying. He 41. Okay, I thought he was up there. Shout out to Bruce, guys. Appreciate you, OJ and Mr. Grandy. He 41. Yeah, so he gonna have a tough night in the office simply because he in there, he getting in there with a younger, strong, hungry guy that's coming to win. Ain't gonna be no easy fight, man. For these other guys, I don't know much about them, so they ain't gonna do much for the card, but it's a pit stop for Canelo. This is a pit stop to Crawford. If you somebody that was looking forward to that fight or whatever the case, that just look at this is to get him there, right? This is the pit stop before he go to Crawford. Go fight Crawford. He going to snatch up what I believe is the remaining belt, the IBF from William Skull, which will make him undisputed again. So that way, him and Crawford fight. That fight will be an undisputed fight. Say upset rematches usually work. I ain't mad at that one. Bruce, guys. Like, again, we fight fans, we junkies. We like to see people get it back in blood. So a fight that played out in a way that I didn't anticipate, and he knocked Haney ass out. That was a legit knockout. Hey man, let's see if he overconfident. Let's see, you get what I'm saying? Let's see what his approach is. Let's see if Haney switch up his approach right now that he done been knocked out. People have a tendency to look different after they've been stopped. We know that. Could it be time for Haney? Is Haney a victim of his own matchmaking at this point? Because I said it. I said this over and over. I said this for fights in a row with this dude. For me, I felt like he fought a lot of guys that we knew for sure he was going to beat up. And I'm like, yo, it's going to get to a point. He going to fight one of them guys. He going to give one of them run-of-the-mill type of dudes a shot, and they're going to beat him. And it was Bruno. I've been saying this for the longest with Jaime Munguia. I feel like they was padding his record. And again, when you step up to Canelo, we understand that it's a step up, but it's like the financial gain makes it worth it. And then you go right back to the easy pickings. Well, it was supposed to be an easy pickings with Bruno, a guy. Don't give me no shit. Y'all scouted out a guy with 4 KOs. I think he got 5 after you, I think now. There's no way in hell you was telling me that you wasn't supposed to go in here, get some rounds in, shake some rust off, if at all, and knock this dude out. And the fact that you got knocked out, you're a victim of your own matchmaking. I said this before. This shit was going to happen. You keep giving these guys a shot that don't really need that shot, right? You need to be in there. If you're going to lose to quality fighters, and I'm not knocking Bruno as a quality fighter, but that type of shit you are susceptible to when you constantly going to the well. When you go to the well one too many times, that's what he did in this instance. He went to the well one too many times, and look what happened. Bruno caught his ass with something, caught him sleep at the well, and put him out. Shout out to my bro Mike Kirkland. Appreciate you always supporting the grind. Appreciate the good boxing talk. Always. Shout out to Mike Kirkland. Guy said Top Rank stepped in competition up after leaving Golden Boy. Oh, stepped his competition up. Hey, yeah. That's possible too. That's definitely possible. But he needed. You get what I'm saying? Cal, look at all them damn fights. All them damn fights that man got, bro. You need to fight people, bro. And I only say that because that's how you get better. How you can't sharpen your sword properly if you constantly fight inferior competition or guys that you're expected to just blow through and beat. And then you get one of those guys that just shock the world, and he take it, you know what I mean? He get his 15 minutes of fame off knocking you out. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wonder what the odds going to be. You get what I'm saying? I wonder what the odds would be now that he got a knockout. I wonder. Nah, I think that's the much better card, though. Secret Dance moves, the Haney, the triple header, the Fatal Fury card. I definitely think that's the better card for sure. I mean, a lot better than Belinga. I mean, look, I don't know. They got such defensive lapses. Secret Dance moves for me, right? He might be a little better. You know what I'm saying? Maybe offensively because he go for it. But I don't know. I think he had a steady diet of guys that he was expected to beat. And that's what I'm saying. When you step it up and it's a Canelo and then you go back down to somebody that ain't nowhere near that level, you kind of run that risk, right? You go in there expecting to beat this guy. I think that's what Haney did. He approached the fight like, I'm supposed to beat this dude. And he fell asleep at the wheel. That lack of defensive responsibility caught up to him. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? It can happen. It's a fight, right? He was getting caught with some shots, but I think he was up. Wasn't he up on the cards before he got caught and knocked out? So, you know what I mean? That's decent power, but his defense is very leaky. His defense is very leaky. Very leaky. So who else on the Ryan undercard? Is it just those 3 fights? I think them the only 3 fights people care about, bro. But I don't know. I ain't heard nothing else about it. Let's see. Do they got it up? Is it up already? Is it up? And who's on them? Who's on them? Let's see. Let's see if they got it up. Let's see. We're gonna see right now. Yeah, well, shit. That's all they got right there. That's all they got up on the box rack. I don't see no other. If you know something, it'd be news to me because that's the only three fights they talked about. I ain't heard nothing else. I don't think, did I? I need more. There are 2 mismatches on there. Yeah, that's all I've heard. Yeah, the triple header. Looking on the online, it only got the triple header. I don't see no other fights. But see, this is the way I look at it, right? This is the way I chalk it up. The Fatal Fury card, ain't it part of the Fatal Fury too? That triple header to me, Times Square, I feel like 2 fights on the card are pit stops to the next fight, right? We obviously know with Ryan, he up against Rolly, somebody he shared the ring with. Rolly has that unpredictability about him, right? But people probably expect him to get knocked out. But it is that chance. He do got a puncher's chance. So it's some intrigue there, right? We all wanted to see what a fighter looked like. Obviously, before Rolly was getting all knocked out and his brain rattled, but you know, we always wonder what a fight between them would look like based on that sparring all them years ago, right? So, and we get a chance to see it. I mean, it's losses later, but shit, it's boxing, right? So it's some intrigue there, but we all know that's a pit stop to get back to the Devin Haney rematch. Same with Devin and Jose Ramirez. That's a fight to get him back to, you get what I'm saying, Ryan Garcia. So I feel like I can tolerate those fights, and they put them on the same card is interesting because guys gonna have to perform, right? It's gonna be pressure for guys to perform because they're trying to get to the next fight. So, and we know in boxing when you count your chickens or whatever before they hatch, you get what I'm saying? Sometimes it don't go that way. So I'm interested to see who could be upset on this card. And then you got Tio with a guy, Arnold Barboza. He done slapped hellfire and brimstone out of his face. So I think that fight is interesting just off the slap alone. It was interesting before the slap because I want to see if Barboza can finally do what he's been saying he could do to Tio all these years. So it's solid, right? I'm cool with it because of what's to come after it, right? As far as 2 of the fights on the card. And then Tio, that's a toss-up. What version of Tio is we going to get? Is he going to perform? Or is he going to overlook Barboza and underprepare, right? So it's cool, but that's the only 3 fights I heard about. I haven't heard them. I don't know. Maybe that's all I'm paying attention to because I ain't seen. They ain't got nothing else listed up there. Might be the best action pack out of both cards. Badu said his mismatch, Haney and Ramirez. Maybe one mismatch, Haney versus Ramirez is hardly a mismatch. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. Greg Rowley is getting knocked out. Yeah, he might get put out of his misery. He might get put out of his misery. He just might. Having 3 big names on the card, fighting at the same time is successful itself, to be honest. It could be. It could be. Shout out to my guy, Ryan Frazier, Boxing Talk up north. Says y'all gonna love Ryan. Rosicki. I don't want to say his name right. Straight action fighter. That's why Dub said it might be the best action fight on the card. Because you know Badu Jack, if you know his history, he always getting there. He going to fight. He don't know nothing else but to fight Badu Jack. So he going to do the same thing when he getting there with him. Put this card on the Friday. Yeah, man, it's a good card. Y'all give me 2 seconds. Smash that like button, man. All right, we back. My bad, y'all. My bad. Barboza for the dub. So yeah, them the only 3 fights that I'm hearing that's on that card. And I guess they feel like that's gonna sell it, you know, the Ryan and the Devin history and the fact that they gotta get past guys to get back to each other. So that's what I'm saying. It's like they can't slip up. Who is not focused? Remember, one of the first things Ryan said was, well, I'm really focused on beating Devin Haney's ass again. So are you so focused on that you overlooking Rolly? Remember, you went from saying you was training with Reynoso to now you're not training with Reynoso to, you know, it being your dad and your brother and obviously some other kid that some other guy that Dub mentioned is in his corner. So I don't know. Is any of that gonna have an effect on the fight? We gonna find out, man. I like the possibility of an upset on this card. I'm not gonna lie. All things, what it do, homie? I like the possibility of an upset. I do. I really do. I like the possibility of an upset on the card. Somebody might get upset, you know? What's that? What's up, Banks? Really, what's that? What I say wrong, man? Smash the like, but we gonna keep rolling, man. We gonna keep rolling, y'all. Yeah, man. I think Damon was good, bro. I think I like the chances and possibility of an upset on this card. I don't know who I want to lean to. You know what I mean? I think it could happen. Somebody not focused, thinking too much about the next fight, counting your chickens before they hatch, man. Your eggs, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's some of that going on. You get what I'm saying? Who focused and who not? Who taking this shit serious, right? You get what I'm saying? They got the Devin Haney questions, right? You got questions for him. Shit, you got questions for Rolly, T.O. I mean, it's questions in every fight, yo. Is Ryan taking this shit serious? You know what I'm saying? He's been known to be a slacker, you know. What if he slack against Big Rolo? Big Y, he let Rolo the Don sleep him, Big Rolo. It's Canelo, so pay-per-view. Oh, that card is pay-per-view for sure. That card is pay-per-view for sure. Now this Times Square one, not, you know, and I think that's the better card because of the matchups obviously they put on there, and I guess the drama, you know what I'm saying? The drama, because I know it's gonna be some shit being talked. No, it's 3 possible upsets. F.A., Saras, and Rosicki all can win as the underdog. I like that. Saras, yeah, that's why I said I'm interested in seeing that. I definitely want to see the F.A. Bacoli because that could go either way in my opinion. So you're right. I agree there. And I don't know much about Rosicki. I could go look him up when I get up off of here. But I'll take your word for it. They say it'd be pay-per-view. Nobody gonna be buying it. We're gonna see, man. Canelo usually do okay on pay-per-view. So you feel me? Has a history of fighting down this competition. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to 88 Sports Talk. Is it gonna be a case of you know, and my guy pointed it out, the lower profile fighters are the ones that he typically had those type of performances against. So Barboza, although he's, you know, experienced and he got the wins, just not a big name, right? And those are the guys that usually go in there. You right, he should go in there and beat Barboza. Then he go out there and have one of those performances and be sitting around talking about, do he still got it? Right? I'm looking for that. I think Barboza got the recipe, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he got the ingredients for an upset. I really do. But it ain't going to be easy, man. It ain't going to be easy. Let's see if he could prepare. Carl with a Duke fan. How you feeling? Just wanted to stop by and tell you, Roach says somebody told him Tank was trying to bite him. Listen to the video when he posted. I think Tank was fixing his mouthpiece from what I seen. Yeah, I seen it before they started talking about it, but you know, we're gonna speak on it briefly. It's not really a big deal. It'll just add another element to the fight, make people want to see the rematch. even more. Killer B, what it do? Rob, what's good, fam? Tim Layton, that's me in the building. What's good, bros? How y'all feeling? Big Gates bigger than Kung Fu Nick. Rolly was sounding like yeah, twins. What he punch? I'm telling you, man. Shout out to my dog Carl Brown, man. As always, man. Appreciate you, bro. Look out for Marco Verde, the Mexican Olympian on the Canelo. Nice, okay, cool. Cause I ain't know too much about him. Shout out to my sis, man. Yeah, I make sure y'all smash the like button, man. Sub to the channel if you're new, and we gonna keep rocking for a bit. We got some more to talk about. So look, man, y'all heard what Turkey had to say. Like I said, man, he ain't crushing nobody. I think people hit the panic button too soon. I think I caught on to what he does. He likes to put out statements and things that get people talking. He don't care whether or not it piss you off, as long as it gets you talking and paying attention. Once he got your attention, then he goes in another direction with it. I've seen him do it more than a couple of occasions at this point. It's starting to look consistent. That's what I'm starting to see from the guy. So, like I said, man, he got high hopes for boxing from what it sounds like. He talking about fighting in Alcatraz. Anybody with that type of imagination is clearly having fun and treating boxing like his own playground. So we're going to see if he's able to pull off something like that. So far, he's been putting on some cards. I can't complain about him. The fighters are getting paid. They're not complaining. So it is what it is. I'm going to move on. You know what I mean? But he ain't taking over shit and he ain't crushing shit, you know? Well, let's keep rolling, man. Shout out to my dog, Carl Brown. He came in here and mentioned it. So this is something I seen before they started talking about it. I thought it was a bit of a stretch when I first seen the video that somebody sent to me talking about, Tank biting Roach, trying to bite Roach in a fight. And Roach did the breakdown on his channel of the whole fight, and he had this little clip right here.
Oh, whoa. That's when he tried biting. I ain't even noticed that till somebody said something. Somebody said he tried to bite me. I ain't know none of that shit till somebody said that shit after the fight. And look, they talking about it.
Oh, whoa. Of course, another comparison I don't want to make to Mike Tyson, but
Now that's crazy. That's what he do. He get dirty. He know that heat coming.
So you know that heat coming. So look, I mean, I don't know. He's fixing his mouthpiece. If you try to bite him, I don't know. I mean, they caught it on, they talked about it a little bit. They made the Mike Tyson joke or whatever. I think all in all, what matters is he didn't actually bite him, right? He made the attempt. I mean, it is what it is. He got frustrated. He tried to bite him. What could I say? Lamont Roach laughed it off. It's pretty funny to him. It's not really a big deal to me in terms of like controversy and, something to look forward to in the next fight. Well, there you go. If he was looking for anything else outside of the knee situation that wasn't counted, the towel, the grease, all of that. Now just add that. You get what I'm saying? Just add that to the list of things that people could be going back and forth about. Here's one more for you. You get what I'm saying? Here's one more. Oh, he tried to bite him. Count Dracula, man. Count like Tankula. You know what I'm saying? Try to take a bite out of the crime. Not really a big deal. Still a good fight. I think the rematch is going to do what it do. I think it got people imaginations. I think Lamont Roach. The important thing is, aside from any controversy, that's going to be what it is. He captured the imagination of the people. They now look at him, or I think for the most part, deem him as a worthy competitor, and that's all that fucking matter. And I think people got more of a reason to want to support it now. So if you was bitching, if you was whining about it the first time around, if you really like boxing, if you really are sold by the matchup and not the name, there you go. There's another reason right there, and just add the little bite and shit to the mix. You know what I mean? Maybe that's gonna turn Lamont Roach up. Maybe Tank is going to be fueled by all the shit people talking. Maybe he's about to administer some melatonin in the rematch, right? Let's see it. But I ain't tripping about no bite. Lamont Roach laughed at it. I like his energy, man. To me, I do wish that Tank could do at least an interview, but I doubt if we get that. But it is what it is, man. I ain't about to whine over it. Lamont Roach making his rounds. He's been talking about the rematch. Spoke his piece, right? I think he's ready to go out there and try to, solidify what would be the biggest win in his career. That's where I'm at. So them two dudes, I think, for 12 rounds in the first fight, March 1st, they gave us every reason to go out there and want to support them, right? So if you didn't see it live, maybe if you sat around, waited to highlights, whatever it is you did, you should know by now where we at. March 17th, you should have known that was a damn good fight because it's, it happened on the 1st. We're in the 17th. You get what I'm saying? It's still being talked about. So that usually means that it was some controversy, good, bad, or indifferent, don't matter. It's there. And, it was a good fight. So it checked all of those boxes. It gave any complaining, whining ass boxing fan a reason to want to buy the fight. And that's where I'm at. So I don't care about no bite. I mean, it was what it was. They didn't see it. It wasn't a big deal made out of it. I don't think he actually done it. And let's pay attention to the next one. Let's see it. Tank need a knockout to beat Roach. For some people, they feel like that Hood Rich would have do, homie. Oh, anyway, he's fighting on Sunday, May 4th. Yes, he is. Boxing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on that weekend, man. I love it. A lot of boxing is one of them good problems. Moses Atoma versus Nelson Heisa. Was a headline in Queensberry for 5 now since Okoli. Joe Joyce, fight late replacement. Philippe Hargovich on the card, too. Shout out to my dog. That's the fax machine, man. Always coming with it, man. Behind the Hands TV. What it do, homie? Turkey sent a bald eagle with a message to my door. He said, I'm not vegan. I want all the beef. Oh, man. Joe just gets stopped. A single tear will trickle down. Yeah, he got to chill. Yeah, Slow Joyce, shout out to GM, man. What's good with it, bro? Y'all smash that like button. We're going to keep rocking. So, like I said, drama sells, controversy sells. And most importantly, a great fight sells, right? A great fight, a great first fight sells a rematch, in my opinion. I think both of those dudes fought that kind of fight where people grasping at straws and looking for different reasons to give either guy the nod, right? You got some people that's completely cool with the draw and just want to see a rematch. You got some people pulling for one guy or the other, but just want to see a rematch as well. So I think no matter what side of the fence or side of the coin you fall on, you want to see a rematch. And I think as long as we're in agreement with that, it's going to do what it do. And it'll be good for boxing. Rematches is good sometimes, right? It's good to see Tank get tested. That could, low key, that could be one of the best things for his career, right? Because, I always try to look at things more than one way. It could be one of the best things that happened to him, right? A wake-up call, to get the fire lit again, any of that stuff, right? Kind of like rejuvenate you, right? Give you a reason to put everything else to the side and zero in on Lamont Roach and take him out. Because if you Tank Davis in the rematch, which I'm hearing could be around June, you want to be administering some melatonin in that rematch. If you Tank Davis, you want to administer melatonin and you want to be able to do the backflip, off the top rope and so on and so forth, right? If you Lamont Roach, you trying to stop all that. You ain't trying to be administered no melatonin. You trying to put a stop to all of that shit. You trying to stop the flip off the top rope. You was able to do it the first time, but you wasn't able to get your hand raised, right? Can you do anything different and better and get your hand raised this time? You get what I'm saying? Because it don't matter about no knee. Don't matter about no damn grease. It don't matter about a call that was missed. None of that shit don't matter about somebody trying to bite you. None of that shit matters when y'all line up again, when y'all standing back in front of each other. It's going to be, mano y mano. Like you said before, like y'all both said, it's going to be skill versus skill. That's exactly what I expect to see come rematch. So if it's June for the rematch, I'll be sitting back here waiting patiently to see it, and it should be a good one. You know what I mean? Banter fight is going to be free with a Prime subscription. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I know most people do got the Prime subscription already. I know I do. Smoochie, what's going on with it? How you feeling? And BB, tier, A tier, S level, 10K. You stupid. Like when fighters put the rounds in, that's why Earl Spence is my go-to fighter. Yeah, man. Earl's that guy. Shout out to Big Fish, man. Tank keeps the same training in the rematch. That's why he said it'll be the same type of fight as the first fight. Like I said, because I think what's clear about the first fight is that it's a different set of tools is going to be needed, right? Not necessarily the same. You don't want to repeat what you done the first time, I think that would allow things to be very close again. And, you know, I think if you either guy, you want to do what you can to try to get that edge, right? To get the upper hand, to get that bit of separation so you can solidify, you know, what would be a win instead of just a close fight or another draw. Like, you don't want that. So, yeah, man, I heard a lot of people making a lot about the training and the team or the coach or whatever have you. And look, he's human. He had a lot going on. I think outside the ring, I think he had a lot of people talking at him at one time. That's always a challenge in and of itself. It proved to be I think a bit of a difficult one on fight night for Tank, right? So I think I expect changes to be made. I heard little whispers, so I expect something to be different. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect everything to be exactly the way it was this time. I could be wrong. I could not know what I'm talking about. So I'm not stamping it, but been hearing little stuff. So maybe it'll be some changes being made. You know what I'm saying? Come fight night. My Roach corner was telling Roach all 10 guys are left. Was they hating? Nah, I think what they went out, because I heard that, you know, I've watched the fight several times since it happened. I think they were just telling him primarily that's what he's trying to get off, the left hand. If you could avoid that left hand, you good. But I think we all know Tank got more than the left. But for that specific fight, you know, just it was key for him to avoid it, to avoid that left hand. The fact that he was able to do it, it helped him. You know, it was major. You know what I'm saying? He had to. My bad, y'all. My foot's always do this around 4 or 5 o'clock. Shout out to Smoochie. Appreciate you, Queen. Keep doing what you do. Appreciate that support as always, man. Y'all keep smashing the like button. We gonna keep rolling, man. We got some more to build on. The Smoochie. But yeah, man. So if that's regarding Coach Jussie, should have never switched, but I don't know what all happens. Just my opinion. Yeah. I'll say this. After seeing everything that I've seen and hearing different takes and people speak on things without trying to dig too deep and just looking at it for what it is on some boxing shit, you know, just hearing the parties involved, you know, whatever change was made, it was made for some type of reason. Now, I don't have the answer for that, but just know that's what I gathered from what was being put out. Like, that's if I had an overall message as to why the change was made, that would be the answer I gathered from what was being said. Right? It was just made for a reason, right? Shit happened for a reason. Changes are made for a reason, whether good, bad, and indifferent. You got to roll with it. Got to make peace with it. And if, you know, further changes need to be made the next time around, then you just do that. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I get it. Anybody that's saying, like, why even switch? Because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't think it was one of those things where he was trying to fix something per se. It's obviously personal reasons, right, for him. And that's for him to figure out. So I think, you know, with a close call like this, is some things that he going to look to probably adjust or change around, right, to ensure that he goes out there and get the victory the next time around. You know what I'm saying? Roach on points next fight. Shout out to Cornelius. Yeah, man. It could be a fight where it don't end in a knockout, right? It could be one of them fights where it just don't end in a knockout. And guys, it's got to be a chess match. They know each other. Ain't going to be a lot of surprises. And it's going to be a fight of inches, right? It's going to be very little separation in this fight. It could be like that. Or it could just be, you know, Tank be a much more focused guy that will lead to a more dominant win for him. You know what I'm saying? More dominant performance. So we're going to see. I mean, he's capable of doing it. He's capable of adjustments. I mean, well, you know what? From the outside looking in, we believe that's what he's capable of. He never had to really switch nothing up, right? We never seen Tank having to go to a different set of tools or a different bag. So this is a different experience. So we'll see how he responds, I think, in a moment, because this will be his first rematch, obviously. So first time he fighting somebody again. So we'll get to see firsthand what adjustments he make from the first fight to the second one. Whether it'll be a emphasis on actually starting a bit faster, right? You know what I mean? Whatever. We'll see. I don't got the answers. I ain't in there training, but we get an opportunity to see if either guy will make adjustments. Because I'm guessing both guys are gonna want to look and make adjustments because the fight was so close. Just going right back in there with the same exact game plan, you would think get you the same result. So it's gonna be something you're gonna want to tweak, you know what I'm saying, and adjust or change. Whatever it is, you're gonna want something to be different, you know what I mean? Because you want a different result. You don't want to draw. You don't want another close fight where, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Where it's hanging in the balance. So it's gonna be good to see both guys tested in that way mentally, to see, you know, who can get better and who could perform again under them lights on that stage. Tank trained for a boxing match. I thought Tank trained for a boxing match. Yeah, because he damn sure was boxing. Kevin Johnson said Tank is powerful, but don't let his hands go unless he got someone hurt. Was he hating on Tank? Nah, I think that's just his interpretation of how we see things, right? You've heard people say that before. I don't think it's hate when people just giving the you know, their assessment of it, and, you know, especially somebody that shared the ring with him to some capacity, right? That being in sparring. So no, I don't think he was hating. Just how he see it. But I mean, shit, he turned up when he feel like he got you more times than not. He's smart at knowing when to turn on the gas. 704 Joe, my dog, was good with it, bro. Kate Causey in the building was good. Yeah, we don't know. Just to be fair, we assume so. We think from the outside looking in, we feel like with the fighter that he is, the caliber fighter that he can switch up. But this fight will prove that, right? Solidify it for anybody that's questioning if he can. I think this fight will answer that question, whether that be yes or no. But I'm going to lean toward it being a yes. You know what I mean? I feel like it's something that he obviously could do better. But we're going to see, you know. I like the quick turnaround for the Tank versus Roach rematch. Me too. Me too. I think it's good for both guys. I think it's good for the overall event, the fight as a whole. You know what I mean? Both guys, you know, obviously still got that last fight in the back of their mind, and they looking to, you know, establish themselves over again and create enough separation where they getting the win this time around. So, yeah, active. No ring rust gets to settle in. No, you know, take a fight in between a fight, and none of that. No, nothing. Straight back to it. Back in blood, as the fans always say now, and that's the popular term, get it back in blood, and that's what they're doing. You know what I mean? Through all the controversy, the back and forth, the interviews, the arguments, they still doing it again. So that's where it matter at. You know what I'm saying? Back in the ring. I've seen him have to resort to different things. To the matchmaker's credit, he's been in with guys who possesses attributes that require unique approaches. I agree. And I think this one was a bit different than any other approach, and we seen a result to that. So now, what was somewhat of an approach for other guys, or that same toolbox, as I called it, that was a good enough to do the job with anybody else. Now you know, okay, you know, people will say it's more under the hoods, more under the shed. You know what I mean? And I think he'll bring that more with him in this fight, as long as that more is actually there. And I'm not gonna say it's not, but I think he'll bring that, and that should allow him then to create this separation. So whether it's approach, fixing flaws, capitalizing on flaws sooner, you know what I mean, forcing mistakes earlier, or whatever the case, I want to see. So that's the good thing about a close fight. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. Peace, Queen. How you feeling? Judah Vision, my dog, was good, bro. Saying like that, you can switch it up. Now, I think let me say this, just because we talking about it. It's a good conversation. I think what he's saying, Zoom, is you haven't seen him have to do it, right? If we being fair, because anytime he's went in there with anybody, it's always been enough. This would be the first time where it ain't been. So I think it's fair to ask, right? You asking, can he do it? But to say he can't without even allowing him would be crazy. So I think the question is fair. Can he do it? And it's just for the, you know, it's people going to speculate because they finally seen a close fight. So they're like, can he switch it up? We don't know. And you can say that, and it's fair to a degree because you haven't seen him have to. So he's like, there's something there, but I don't doubt that he can. You know what I'm saying? I don't doubt that he can improve, right? I see room for it. I see a case for him being more locked in and a fire being lit. I think those things are real. Those things are possible, right? I won't never take that from him. You know what I'm saying? I was saying it before in terms of getting a button pressed. That might have been the button that was pressed. You know what I mean? Doubt from certain fans, people counting them out. You know what I'm saying? People, it's always going to be people that jump off the bandwagon and on to the next. So it's a lot that he working with there. It's a lot of variables there. A little booing that took place that never really happened. It's a lot of little bulletin board material when you in there training for that next fight, for that rematch, that he could, take into the gym and take into that next fight. And, Tank, he put that pain in his opponent. So if he going through anything, the thing for him this time, it'll be a close fight, a different experience. So let's see how you respond to it. I think it'll be fine. It's going to be another great fight, though. But it's hard to bet against that man. It really is. But good conversation and a great opportunity for both. Let's see who can make the necessary adjustments to create enough separation to get their hand raised. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't doubt that either guy can make adjustments, right? You know what I mean? You can do it. Door to explore. You stupid. He's stupid, man. Best fight I see switch it up is Bud, and that's why he's my pound number one. Get Bud getting that bag. Bud getting that bag. You know what I mean? Budrick getting that bag. Definitely getting that bag, man. But, like I said, anytime a conversation extend weeks after the fight happened, you know what you got. So it's good for boxing, man. It's good for boxing. I think this could be a good thing, man. This could be a good thing. Channels that won't even speak like this about the managers because they pick a side in the shows, gotta still be able to call it down the middle, though. You know what I'm saying? Despite the side, you gotta still be able to speak on that other side because there's always another side. You switch up, you adjust it during the fight. Listen, that's always I get where you're going with that. Like if he could have did it, he would have adjusted during the fight. But for me, I look at it as also, guys being creatures of habit, muscle memory, things like that, like just going about it. Like it's once you settled in, it's not as easy as it sound to make those adjustments, so to speak, right? And you adjusting against somebody that knows you, I think, better than any other opponent. So even if the adjustments are made, they're going to be subtle. They're not going to be something major that you're going to look for. It's going to be very subtle because of them knowing each other, right? Being familiar. So it's going to be really hard for one guy or the other to trick, you get what I'm saying, to really put together a game plan where the other guy is completely lost in there. You know what I'm saying? So I think in terms of switching up during the fight, you get what I'm saying? It's a fight, and he in his mind, he felt like he was winning too. So there's always that. You get what I'm saying? So you get what I feel like you had an opportunity to really see that you need to do a little bit more, right? To make some adjustments. You get what I'm saying? So you had, and think about it. It always worked. It's one of them things where if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So that's always worked for him. So now he had a chance to see, all right, what I typically bring, it don't work. Now, if I add a couple more tools out this shed, I go in the shed just a little bit deeper, I pull this win out. That's where I'm at with it. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the mentality for both guys. If I can go a bit deeper into that shed, pull out an extra tool or two, you know what I mean? Then you get me? Then I can pull this win off. Don't mess with Texas, my guy. Tank stopping Roach easy. Next fight, most likely. Shout out to Tucson. She feel like that fire lit. June 21st is the date for the rematch. They got to have Puya versus Antoine rematch on there. I'm with it. I think it makes all the sense in the world, Dub. I think it makes all the sense in the world, bro. I think it makes all the sense in the world. They need to do it, man. They need to do it. Things that to show us what he can do. Different. I'm picking him to win, but now I want to know how, and I'm not counting Roach out, but I think Tank gonna make it happen. Nah, that's you got faith in a guy because he's proven it, right? He's proven it. It hasn't been a puzzle that he ain't been able to figure out yet in his career. And y'all don't see it being no different in a rematch. You feel like he's going to figure some shit out and you're going to get it done. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That ain't crazy to believe. But you see what you said. Like, he's like, yo, I ain't counting Roach out, but I feel like Tank can get it done. You not talking crazy. You acknowledging like, yo, dude, a real challenger. But I feel like my guy could make the adjustments. 2 cents, look, he's stopping him probably easy, most likely next fight. You get me? And I get that because, rejuvenated, you know what I mean, more motivated, more focused, more locked in, could be dangerous, right? We know that. Tank trained to box, Lamont trained to box. Tank and Roach look like they pulled out Tank's scouting report. Nah, yeah, it was a good one. Also account for corner adjustments where it was, if this is not working, let's switch it up and go to this. True. It's always there. But in this instance, man, I would say that it would be easier to have that expectation if it was somebody that he was with from fight to fight to fight to fight to fight to fight. So maybe if I was just saying Calvin and Coach Kenny there, maybe that's how I feel too. Maybe they're able to come, but you got to think what was in place and what wasn't, right? It was a different dynamic there. So, you know, I feel like that's where, you know, your day-to-days, that's where that should come in at, because they would have been able to collectively come up with something. And I don't think they, you know, with their positions, like shout out to Coach Kenny, say he was a cut man for that fight. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's all I'm saying. So if their position wasn't what it typically is, and then you have Barry Hunter as the head trainer, where he's not been a head trainer for X amount of fights in a row. So for what it's worth, you get what I'm saying? Different voice in the corner, different game plan, different strategy. No blame, just accountability. It's just different dynamic right there. So maybe if there's the initial original 1 and 2 there, or that 3-headed monster, I like to call them collectively, then maybe that question is easier to answer as to why. You get what I'm saying? That go-to, it wasn't the, oh, well, let's go to this now. You get what I'm trying to say? And I'm just spitball. I don't know. I'm not in the corner, but I'm saying something that I think is pretty logical, right? You know, maybe that switch or that plan B is a different plan B with a different guy in front of him. You get what I'm saying? That's at the helm. Whereas if those other guys that's in place, maybe they plan A ain't working. It's a different plan B. You get where am I making sense? So different people, different, you know, outcome, maybe different approach, different strategy. I don't know. You know what I mean? But we know it was something different going on. Opulent, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? I made it depressing. You said you had to come focus because I know. I mean, yeah, he probably has something there. But listen, I've said this before when he made the statement is how Tank responded that I think gave the statement any weight. You know, Tank almost responded like he was on to something, right? That's what I got that feeling. So overall, when I hear that statement, when I hear how Tank responded, when I see the fight, when I hear how the coaches responded, and their number one reasoning for things was like focus, or maybe just a bit of lack of focus in the areas, certain areas, right? That's typically not the case. So you get what I'm saying? There's something there. So now that's what I'm saying. You expect to see a more locked in and focused guy, because I'm basing it off what they're saying. What even his opponent was saying, right? One of his things was focus. The trainers after the fight their thing was focus. So I don't think it's a stretch to say that it could have been, I don't know, distractions, lack of focus, for whatever reason it happens, and you human. So the good thing is he got through it without a loss. He's able to go home healthy, assess things, and get back to it and be more motivated and hungry because of it. Both guys put out a body of work that they could be proud of, their teams included. And then from there, adjustments will be made. So that's why I say that it's going to be fun to see this, because we haven't seen this before. So a rematch, him the second time in the ring with somebody, because he didn't get him out of there the first time, is fun, man. It's more reason to support boxing, bro. And Lamont Roach is a prime example as to why you don't count people out. I took away Tank's left hand and forced him to do something else. Bring on that part 2. And now you give me Remo, now we get to see if that adjustment can be made, because now he knows fully and consciously, like, oh, okay, I got to do something a little bit different. I got you. And then for Lamont on the same side, I need to do something a little more. So is that little more going to create a mistake on either side of the spectrum? Is that little more going to put a guy in the driver's seat for a win or the back seat for a loss? You get me? It's a lot of intrigue for the fight. I love it, man. I love good fights, bro. Love good fights. I just wish people could walk away from good fights without so much negativity and just point out the fact that, that's what a good fight looked like. That's what You know, that's what Lamont Roach shows y'all what a live dog is. Do y'all know what a live dog is? He was a real live dog. Do you see how they had him, 22-1? He showed y'all what a live dog looked like. That should make you want to watch even more. That's what I'm saying. You like, hell yeah. He showed me that he can do something and fight to a level. He definitely deserved a second look. You get what I'm saying? He definitely deserved to support the second time around. Even if you're not rooting for him to win, just supporting the fight. You get what I'm saying? He went out there and showed you what a live dog looked like and why you don't count nobody out in boxing. You get what I'm saying? I said just use your feet, get away. If you're not going to let go, look, no advice on taking away the Roach weapon. Just not your, hey, Tim, you get me? Just not your day-to-day. It ain't the same. The way, because I don't see Coach saying that. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. I don't see him saying that. I'm just saying he's going to tell him something different. That's what we can say, right? We don't know if it would have worked or not worked, but we know for damn sure he would have told him something different. You get what I'm saying? Different guy, different strokes, different folks. Man, he the one that's on there. You tell him to put that penitentiary on him. Like, you remember that little viral moment, right? That's that guy. So he might tell him something different. That's all I'm saying. But, you know, he's been successful with Coach too, so it's not a blame thing, but maybe the change came at a time where it wasn't needed. Now, maybe you go back to what it was. You know what I mean? Maybe. We're going to see, though. It's unfortunate, 2 cents, that it's not. But that's why I try to preach it over here. We really appreciate the boxing over here. We really do, man. And that was one of those fights where you could really sit back and be like, damn, that was a good one, man. Some surprises in there. Lamont Roach did something that you ain't expect him to do. You know, he stood tall, stood up to that melatonin, bro. Lamont Roach said he wasn't sleepy. Bro said he wasn't sleepy. He said he wasn't sleepy. Lamont said, I ain't sleepy. He said, I took a nap already. You know what I mean? Lamont got in there and started fighting, said, man, I took my nap already, Tank. You get me? Not too many people could say that. You get me? Not too many people could say that. He said, I took my nap already. I ain't even tired yet. You know what I'm saying? And then we got us a good fight. So we'll get to see this next one, though, if it'll be some melatonin being administered, you know what I mean, in real time in front of everybody. You know what I mean? But the intrigue is there. I mean, you just don't know. It's boxing. It's just one of them things. We could feel like we know, but when that fight happened, when that bell rang, shit always be different, man. So I love it, man. I love it. But let's keep rolling, man. Smash the like button. We're going to keep building. We're going to change gears for a minute. So like I said, just support the rematch. The first fight was worth it. The second fight, I think, could be worth it. No matter who you're rooting for, don't really matter. Root for boxing. Hopefully they put together a good undercard, too. Like Dub suggested, Antoine and Puello rematch. That shit is right on par. It'll be perfect. And that's right. That's something he should want. Get an opportunity to unify and, you know, revisit the scene of the crime where you lost. You know what I'm saying? I actually put Tiger King highlight package, but I refuse to drop it because it's trash. Not enough. Shout out to my dog who exposed. Franklin's tank fight happened. I kept walking away from the TV because I didn't want someone to get slapped. Oh, man, yeah. It'd be like that because Lamont a good dude. Like, you like Lamont. You like his energy. You should like the way he carried himself, how he handled himself in the press conferences and in the fight, and even after the fight. Like, he's handled himself in this moment accordingly. He made you feel like he deserved the shot, right? So if it was any notion that he didn't deserve the shot, you got to at least be real to say, yeah, he deserved it. That's how you fight. That's how you show people, like, look, you know, don't count me out. You know what I'm saying? That's all. So let's see if you can do something different the next go round. Tank beating Roach easy enough in the rematch. I ain't mad with them Tank highlight packages. Oh, nah, they ain't. You know, that definitely wasn't the fight of highlights for sure. And that's why I say that's it's one of the rare instances, one of the rare fights in his, you know, 31 fight career that you could say it wasn't a ton of highlights, or not even that it'd be tons of highlights, but it just wasn't those moments. I know what you're looking for, but that's why I say now, can he create those moments the second time around? And if he can, then it's going to have to be some type of adjustments being made, which is going to make the fight that much better. So I think both guys are capable of adjustments, but let's see who's capable of the necessary adjustments that gets the win. That's all. You know what I mean? Hey, my dog was good with it. He said, Rude, I got the hundo. Tank winning. Man, that's my guy. Look, y'all coming in. Y'all coming with it quick, man. Shout out to my dogs. They look. They on that money. See what rematches do? Rematches is a good thing in boxing, man. Rematches is a good thing in boxing, y'all. Rematches is a good thing. Rematches is a good thing in boxing. Let's see, man. Let's see both guys go out there and do that thing. Got people betting on it. All right, man. Let's get to this, man. Let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling, y'all. So look, I seen Devin Haney and Gabriel Rosado, man, exchanging some words on Twitter, getting into a little bit of a back and forth, man. Rosado, you know, I believe he has a podcast and he be giving his takes and different things like that on these fights. And he had an interesting take on Haney, you know, they exchanged some words in this Twitter space, man. You know, exchanging words. They was pissed off. Man, he said, what Dad say to his ass? Champ, maybe I shouldn't call you that because you never was a champion. Your claim to fame was getting beat to a bloodbath with GGG at 26. You couldn't hold my gym bags. I won more titles and made 50 times what you made in your career. Keep watching the new generation and quit. He's talking crazy. He's got a little crazy. Gabriel Rosado is one of the toughest fighters in boxing, man. He definitely took his L's like a man. He said he'd been robbed a few times, never behaved like a little hoe. Sue anyone at the ass whooping you took. That was a car wreck. He said you lost more brain cells that night than most. You have no chin, son. Man, that got interesting. That heated up. Hold on. Gabriel Rosado took to the Instagram. He took to Instagrams to talk about this. Let's see what he had to say. Gabriel Rosado, man, not for nothing. He got lost. There's no denying that. But, yo, go look and see who he lost to. Go look at his run. Yo, Gabriel Rosado fought a lot of dogs. Gabriel Rosado fought a lot.
Happy, right? He's on Twitter going.
I got beat up by Triple G, bro, but he was pissed. That was one of the first people I see really genuinely be pissed off, blood all trickling. He bleeding everywhere. He pissed off. They trying to stop the fight. That dude had no quit in him. But you know what's interesting? This is just a little back and forth between fighters. This is why I don't take a side, because you can't tell me. Like, of course, he going to take shots at Haney for the one fight he lost. Haney going to take shots at his entire career. We expect that. But Haney showed you how tough he was getting up from them left hooks, too, and them right hands. He was getting hit with some real firepower from Ryan, and he had no quit in him neither. So regardless of how they feel about each other, they definitely got that in common. Neither guy got no quit in them. That's what I'll say right now. I didn't see it in Devin in the Ryan fight, and I never seen it with Rosado. He always got in there and tried to fight. Jay Grant, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, he a dog. He a dog.
What's good, y'all, man? So, look, man, Haney, he's not happy, right? He's on Twitter going crazy, X, whatever you want to call it. And, look, man, I gave my opinion. I said I think Ramirez was the wrong choice. The dude is a former champion. He can punch. He's only 32. You know what I'm saying? He lost to Barbosa, but Barbosa is he hot right now. He's popping. So it's like, it ain't a bad loss. You know what I'm saying? So to be laid off a whole year, you haven't fought Haney, you know what I'm saying? And then you come back and the first guy is Ramirez. I'm just saying that it was a bad choice. That's all I'm saying. Now, if you beat this guy, then good, dude. No one is saying I want Haney to lose. I never said I want Haney to lose. I just gave my opinion on what I thought. That's all that was, bro. You and your feels, like you and your pops, y'all both be in your feels, man. And on another note, I actually wanted, not that I wanted, but I was going for Haney in the fight with Ryan. I didn't think Ryan was mentally right. You know what I'm saying? Ryan, you know, he pulled a good one on all of us because everyone thought Ryan was off. So I'm thinking Haney had the upper hand in that fight. So I picked Haney in that fight. Ain't no hate here, bro. Now you lost the fight. I'm judging you off of how you act after the loss, bro. You know what I'm saying? You sued the man, you know what I'm saying, for battery, Bro, this is a combat sport. Whether he was on something or not, it's a combat sport, bro. Then now you on his undercard.
Was good,
now you
bro.
on Ryan Garcia's undercard, bro.
Was good, fam.
Make it make sense.
That's, of course, Gabe Rosado talking about his heated exchanges with Devin Haney on social media. And Haney doesn't know Rosado well enough to go after him because I know, and I was there, Gabe Rosado was a BKB champion. And he's won a few belts in boxing. So he's had a lot of success. He started boxing at 18, and look how far he's gone. And Rosado's the type of guy to fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. He's never turned down an opponent. And yeah, he may have some losses.
How you feeling, huh?
Not all the losses were clear-cut. There were some controversies there as well. But at least he had the guts to face anyone. He's never turned down a fight. And he definitely didn't sue anyone after a fight. So he says, Gabe Rosado says, this guy, Devin Nochin Haney, is in his feelings. And here's some of the exchanges. Devin Haney says, champ, maybe I shouldn't call you that because you never was a champion. Your claim to fame, Haney says, was getting beat to a bloodbath with Triple G. At 26, you couldn't hold my gym bag. I've won, blah, 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 blah. So that's what Devin says. So Gabe Rosado responds, now you're on Ryan Garcia's undercard. Ryan Garcia,
was a blood,
I should say, Rolando Romero undercard. Humble yourself, son, says Rosado. Rosado goes on to say, please keep the right hand glued to your chin. Getting knocked out on a Ryan Garcia undercard would be crazy. They had a few other exchanges I'll share with you over here. So what started everything? Gabe Rosado saying that he picks Jose Ramirez as a tough fight for Haney to come back to, and that he picks Ramirez to win. It's his opinion, but Devin Haney got upset over it, and he said Gabe Rosado has 17 losses, took beating after beating, brain cells are gone.
Yeah, Jay.
I want him to fight one of my fighters, if he's interested, Kevin Newman. So Rosado responds and saying the following: took my L's like a man and been robbed a few times, never behaved like a little hoe, and sued anyone after the ass whooping you took. That was a car wreck. You lost more brain cells in that fight than most. You have no chin, son. And one more thing here, Rosado says, this take is what got Devin Haney all worked up. I believe it's the wrong comeback fight for Haney. Ramirez, former champion, only 32, can punch. He's no walkover. If Haney beats him, it says a lot about him as a fighter. No hate here. Rosado, who's very popular besides...
You definitely not hating, bro. Look, at the end of the day, I can't tell nobody how to feel about people critiquing them or, having an opinion on a fight or anything. I don't think nothing Rosado said was hate. It's just their careers. Dudes be thinking guys be taking shots. Boxing is emotional. Dudes is sensitive. A lot of these guys are sensitive about their careers, and I don't blame them. That's their blood, sweat, and tears. And listen, shit get taken out of context. Words go back and forth. At the end of the day, Rosado had a successful career. He definitely got a bunch of losses, but he fought dog after dog, man. He fought a lot of guys, man. You know what I mean? And Haney is successful in his own right. One bad fight against a guy that had Osterine ain't the end of the world for him. I don't think I never questioned his chin. It's going to take more than getting knocked down by Ryan for me to feel like your chin is shaky. Ryan is a legit puncher. I don't feel like his chin is in question. I don't feel like you can question his heart. I don't feel like you could question Rosado's heart, chin, and none of that. So that's just fighters going back and forth with each other. I understand it, but at the end of the day, I'm going to point out the good in this. Let me finish the rest of this video.
As being a boxing star, like I said, BKB star, he also has been in movies like Creed and other TV shows like Kingdom and other stuff, and he has his fan base. He is popular. Did Haney pick the wrong comeback fight for Ramirez? And the answer is overwhelming yes. Rosado also says, hey, I'm picking Jose Ramirez to win, and he says, I'm just giving my expert opinion here with Abner. No hate whatsoever. Devin Nochin Haney acting like a tough guy now. Mm-hmm. So there you have it. We'll keep you guys posted everything else. But right now, Gabe Rosado, like a lot of people, most people.
That's Gabe Rosado, man, giving his opinion, man, on Haney. And, it's boxing, bro. But I think Haney. Now, look, this is what I was going to say. I don't think he's hating. I don't. He got an opinion just like everybody else. It is what it is. The shit that he said about Dev is not the first time that I've heard it before. Plenty of people, they've been making jokes about his chin since the Linares fight, right? They've been doing that. At the end of the day, Ryan is a puncher to me. I think getting dropped by Ryan it's not an indictment on your chin at all. I just think you got caught with a guy that really could punch. clean shots with his best shot, his best weapon, which is the left hand, and you paid for it, right? You didn't pay the ultimate price. What people don't say enough is, yeah, he got put down. Yeah, he caught left hooks. He was eating left hooks. You know, he tasted the canvas several times, but he kept getting up. I don't think you can find another Ryan Garcia opponent that he was flooring and hurting that bad that continued to get up. Like most times, Ryan gets you down like that, you don't keep getting up. He puts you down, he gets you out. So that's credit to Haney. And look, I think you can look at this shit and take this shit as like bulletin board material, as I always say. Just one less person feeling like you took a dangerous fight. Now, this is the thing. It's people that's looking at Jose Ramirez like the guy that he was before he fought Josh Taylor, or the guy that fought Josh Taylor, not the guy since Josh Taylor. I see a different guy. So the good thing about this is you have people like Gabriel Rosado, respect to him, is looking at Ramirez like, oh, he's a dangerous guy. He's a guy that could punch. He's a former champion. And I get all of this. That's cool. So keep all of that same energy when Haney go out there and outbox him. So that's what you do, bro. You go out there and you outbox this man. You outbox him. You show that his levels. You get what I'm saying? You show his levels between you and him. You still closer to, you know, you in your prime and he not. Show him that. You know what I mean? Show him the door. Ramirez, that's what Ramirez in between is trying to prove it too. So let's not sit here and act like the Ramirez that Rosado was speaking about is the guy that we've been seeing in the ring lately, because it's not the same dude, respectfully. He got outboxed by Barboza. Don't tell me somebody that got outboxed by Barboza can't get outboxed by a guy. Or who was it? Was it Catterall? Who the hell? Hold on. Who the hell? Which one was it? I'm mixing them up. Who the hell just beat y'all got pardon me, but my memory be shot sometimes. So who the hell just beat this guy? No, it was it was Barboza, wasn't it? It was Barboza that outboxed him. So my thing is, he struggles with boxers. It was Barboza. He struggles with boxers. He don't have the same punch output that he used to have. You get what I'm saying? He's not the same pressure type fighter that he once was. So without that gear, he in trouble. He might be a sitting duck for Haney. Haney might pick this dude apart. And then they're gonna say something else. Well, nah, he was washed and he was way past. I don't want to hear that shit after this. You know, people feel like he a dangerous guy, he a puncher, he's a champion. I think he's gonna get outboxed. I really do. I think he gets outboxed. I think Haney moves back on to Ryan Garcia. Still the goods? Yeah, he's still the goods for sure. That's a fighter talking smack. It's jealousy, nasty work. And I don't think so. If you really listen to what he said, though, if you really listen to what Gabe Rosado said, he just had an opinion. He just said he felt like it was a dangerous fight to come back to. That's what you want people to say. So listen, Devin might be looking at this all wrong. You want people to look at you know, Jose Ramirez as the guy that was wasn't he unified champion? You want people to look at him like that. Look at him like that guy that is dangerous, that can punch and all that stuff. Because when you beat him, remember, that's the guy that they said he was that you beat. So it's a different way to look at it. It's not a negative thing. He just thinks it's a dangerous fight to come back to after a fight with Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney, all you gotta do is prove his ass wrong, prove him wrong, and anybody else that may be doubting you, anybody else that think Jose Ramirez is too dangerous of a fighter, then you got an opportunity to shut all of that shit up. You get what I'm saying? You can shut all of that up, and you can go out there, get that dub, and move on to the biggest fight of your career, which is with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Let him say that. It's the wrong fight. Devin struggled with Ryan. Ryan is fast. Think he big, fast, stronger, a little bit faster. Ramirez, I don't think he's faster. I think he might struggle with the athleticism and the speed of Haney. I think. If he don't look like a rejuvenated guy at 47, he's going to be in trouble because he's going to get picked apart. Now, I'm basing it off the last 2 or 3 times I've seen him in the ring. He don't look like the same guy. He can be outboxed. And the way Barboza outboxed him, he didn't do anything like super spectacular. It's just smart boxing, smart, consistent boxing. That's what Haney does. That's Haney calling card. Smart, consistent boxing. And again, y'all, I'm anticipating him being the guy that he once was. And they fighting at a catchweight, 44. So both of them moving up, so to speak, right? Rosado Ramirez does have a case that maybe he stayed at 40 too long, and maybe to move up and help him, maybe to add a way to help him some, maybe that's possible. But I'm starting to feel like he might just his best days might have been behind him, and I think this might be a great time for Haney to be fighting, because it got people feeling like you ain't gonna be able to respond and bounce back off of Ryan Garcia. I think people being prisoners of the moment. The Boxing Menu podcast, what it do, homie? I think people being prisoners of the moment, they're not even giving you an opportunity to bounce back. So there's that element at play. You get what I'm saying? People don't think that this is even the right fight. Then you taking a dangerous guy in the eyes of people, right? A former champion that can punch. Beat his ass, man. Go beat his ass. Show everybody that you still exactly who you was before you got in the ring with Ryan Garcia. Go beat him up. Go outbox him. You get what I'm saying? Barboza did it. You can do it too. I think you're a better boxer than Barboza, respectfully. I do. So, you know what I'm saying? Might be hate though, just. Gabe broken down all of Haney's flaw, but not Ramirez. When the boxing fans believe Ramirez is past it. And I get it. But for me, I think because as far as looking past and breaking down Ramirez flaws, I think that kind of went out the window. Because now he's trying to make a case going back and forth with Haney. See what I'm saying? So he didn't give a full breakdown. You get what I'm saying? But I think he just laid into what he thought Haney is lacking and why it's going to go that way. He didn't break down none of Ramirez flaws. And it's good because don't tell him nothing now. Ramirez is good punch. It's going to be the wrong fight. He a big guy. He like Ryan. He got size. He like 5'10". He got the reach. Right? He get outboxed. Don't say I ain't tell you. I think he's going to get outboxed. If I'm wrong, I'll be right here. I think Haney outboxes him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but I think he can outbox him. I think he can outbox him. Falls in that 30-plus-year-old category. Yeah, he do. So so for me, I didn't think it was hate, right? I just think he didn't give a full, complete assessment. And I think part of that is because he was trying to prove his case that Haney is in some sort of trouble for Ramirez. So good. Let him think like that, because I think Haney can outbox this kid or this young or older vet, 32 years old. He's not the oldest guy in the world, but like I say, he just ain't been looking like himself. Now, if he don't look like himself, I think he loses on points. You know what I'm saying? If he can look like the old Ramirez, the Ramirez that Gabe Rosado talking about, the Haney got a fight on his hands. But I don't see it, y'all. I don't see it. Maybe I'm misjudging Ramirez. Maybe I'm not factoring in that he was just cooked at 40. Maybe he'll look like a rejuvenated guy. But we're gonna see. But I just don't anticipate it all changing for him on the night. I think Devin is definitely closer to what he is than what Ramirez was, right? And Ramirez he like a notch or two got knocked off him ever since he lost to Josh Taylor to me. So all his fights after that point were seem like struggles, up and down type fights. He didn't what's his best win after losing to Josh Taylor? Ramirez. I don't even know. Did he beat Comey? Did he fight Comey? Yeah, Ellie be on his back. Yeah, Ellie, that's something different. He be for sure. Dev should outbox Ramirez. I think he should outbox him. How much problems it remains to be seen, but I think he can do it without putting himself in harm's way for the most part. I think he can box him comfortably without really, you get what I'm saying, having to really put himself in a situation where he ain't gonna win, right? Or get clipped with something crazy. I think he can avoid those shots from this dude. I do. I don't see him being a tough puzzle for him to figure out. His best chance is to bring pressure and activity, and I just don't feel like he the same guy. Devin to get the W, people can start talking about him in a positive. Yeah, it'll it's gonna be some. I'm gonna get you ready for it already. It's definitely gonna be some people that still gonna knock him, and they still gonna they're not gonna give him his proper just due because that's just boxing for you. And Ramirez was past it and this and that, but he only got 2 losses, man. He only lost the top guys, undefeated guys, and Taylor and Barboza. So he's not no trash fighter. He just looked like he had better days. He look like he had better days, man. He do. And Gabe Rosado said this. Man, he said that's dead with the hand taped up to it. No, this man is a fool, man. They some idiots, man. They some damn idiots, bro. Man. Randall, what it do, homie? That man's 30 other fights, and we know he can't wait till people start talking about him besides that one fight. Yeah, I mean, he get an opportunity to create some separation between him and that fight on April 20th, man, with a win over Ramirez. They're going to have to respect it. On to the next, and that moves him on to Ryan. That's what he should want, right? Get that get back, go knock Ryan off, and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Which is not going to be easy, so I don't want to say it like that, but that's pretty much what he need to do in a nutshell. Beat him up and keep it pushing, bro. Beat his ass and keep it pushing. He been knocked out like Roby ass for sure. Ramirez was losing focus in the Rancis fight. He got clipped a bunch of times in that fight, right? I just think boxers give him trouble, Dub. I think his Achilles heel is a good boxer, a good disciplined boxer that's sharp and stick to the game plan. And if you just look at how Barboza beat him, and you see how Devin Haney fight, very similar. Like, you get what I'm saying in terms of approach of just sticking to the game plan, doing exactly what works, not overexerting yourself and none of that shit, right? So I think he got problems of his own to worry about for sure. For sure. I can't. Only way Haney lose this fight if he damaged goods, like people saying, and I don't believe that. If he shows me that, then that's different. But I don't believe that he's some damaged goods. I just don't see that being the case. I don't. So we'll see. We'll see. But let's keep moving. We did get some well, I do want to pit stop real quick, man. Shout out to my guy, man. Hardcore Boxing News, Jay Hardcore. He had Freeway Rick Ross over there on the channel for an interview, man. And he gave his thoughts about this team Schofield. I'm gonna let y'all hear that real quick, man. Y'all smash the like button.
You know, his time is running. You know, Canelo time is running. So once these guys are up, you know, where do you go from there? And you know, I don't think that these people really know how to build stars. You know, they don't. Kid Austin got that fight with Shakur Stevenson. You know, I'm the one put that fight together with Shakur and Kid Austin. Shakur called me first.
Wow. And
told me he wanted to fight, and I put Shakur and Kid Austin dad on the phone together. I'm the one that made that first phone call. Me and a guy named Nick Gallen out of Houston, Texas. We put them together for the first time.
What happened? You and Kid Austin.
Well, you know, his dad. You know, his dad is a control freak.
Okay.
And he wants to be the whole show. And when I'm around, I overshadow him. You know, I block out his light. You know, you can't see his little teeny weeny light shine when I'm around. You know, all the hoe come out of him. And you know what? I told them when I met them, I said, listen, I can put you in position to make $30 or $40 million, but you got to be smart. You know, I tried to take. I took Kid Austin to Floyd Mayweather Sr. for training. His dad wouldn't let him train him. I took him to John Davy Jackson. I took him to Kenny Porter.
Wow.
And his dad wanted to be the head trainer, and he don't know shit about boxing. You know, they say he ain't never won a fight. So when you allowing yourself to be the focal point instead of letting the kid be the focal point, which the kid is the focal point. then you mess up the boat. And one of the things that I really like about Raleif's dad, man, super dude, he told me, he said, Rick, I never been here before. Let's go find people that can take us here. So, also I took Kid to Robert Garcia, Floyd's assistant, which Raleif worked with.
Yeah. So you took him to all elite trainers.
Yes, I understand. See, I understand business. When I do business, I try to do business with the best people I can find. Now, all the time, I don't get the best people. You know, like say for instance, when I went to the Nationals and I got Raleif. Now there was guys that was more elite than Raleif in the Nationals. You know, he was only number 2. There was a number 1. I couldn't get the number 1, so I had to settle for number 2, which I'm glad that I did. I ain't mad because I got number 2, because I knew number 2 could be number 1.
There you go.
Of course. Shout out to J Hardcore, man, and Freeway Ricky Ross. Y'all go tap in the Hardcore Boxing News if y'all want to see that whole build. He had a dope interview with him, man. Him and the youngin, one of the fighters that he promoting over there too. So you see what he said about the Scofields, and I played that because you seen all the back and forth with him and Shakur when it was supposed to fight and how it fell out. We ain't got to get into all the details. We seen it. We remember, right? But you see that he was helping and putting things together, putting together calls and making shit happen, trying to take him to different trainers to get him top quality work. But he said his dad is a control freak, and he just don't allow him to work with nobody. And this is something that we've been seeing for a while. Remember, he said he fired everybody, he sent everybody home, so he ain't working with nobody. It's just him and his son. They don't need nobody. And then it's funny how the very same fight that you fired everybody and sent everybody home for, now you don't need nobody, but you didn't end up making it to that fight. So you see the bullshit. Then when you hear from Freeway Rick Ross that, he tried to put him in position several times, multiple different trainers, and none of it came to fruition because this dude constantly getting his son way. He want to be the star of the show. Shout out to my dog Skills, man. Hen Dog was good with it, bro. You at work, man. Appreciate you and anybody pulling up at work. This was today, Jay Grant. It's on Hardcore Boxing News, my guy, Jay Hardcore. If you want to tap in, that was his last live he did, and Freeway tapped in there. So, yeah, he said, yeah, he got that hole in him. Said dude just in the way, basically want to be the star of their own show. So when you see a guy that every interview damn near that his son do, he's the feature. He the number 1 guy. He constantly coming in interviews. He butt in. He take over. He make it about him. He don't just let him stand on his own. He get in his way at every turn. You get what I'm saying? You ruin the situation. The biggest fight of his career. That shit went to shit. Like, it just ain't looking good, and you continue to make foolish moves, and then you burning bridges and getting in your own way. You get what I'm saying? So it's only so many people at the end of the day that you're going to be able to blame for why your son ain't where he's supposed to be at. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to have to find another way, man. Get out his damn way. Take a back seat. It's okay to take a back seat. You're not the talent. You're not the star. They're not here to see you, Otis. They're not here to see your ass. They're here to see Muscles Malone do his thing. Or all jokes aside, they're here to see the greatest boxer alive, the guy that knows 82 styles of boxing. That's the dude they be trying to see, not the guy with, the dreads and coming up with feminine energy and just being passive aggressive. And then 1 minute you calm, and then the next minute you talking aggressive. Like, they not here to see you. Let the star be the star. Let the star shine. Take a back seat. At the end of the day, if you are responsible for why he make it to the top, you're going to get your just due. He going to let everybody know that you're the reason he is where he's at. And that is really, it's going to be the staple of his career. It's going to be either good or bad. You're going to be the reason he do or don't get to where he's trying to get to. And it's sad to say it's not even going to be his talent and skill set alone. That's going to be the reason. It's going to be you being in the way, not knowing how to take a back seat. You want to be the star of the show. You're not throwing no punches. You don't fight. You get what I'm saying? You don't fight for a living. Sit your ass in the back. Shut up. You burning bridges. You turning people off. You making enemies on social media. You doing a bunch of tweeting and typing from his profile. It's the weirdest, sickest shit I've ever seen. That's weird. It's not cool. We don't even know who we be talking to half the time. If it's him calling people out, or is it you calling people out? No wonder he went from saying Shakur was one of the greatest fighters in the world, his favorite fighter, to talk about you don't like him. I believe that was your dad doing that. Y'all did that. He ain't got no real smoke with that man. He a damn fan, as I always said, and that's why they didn't end up fighting, because he'd have been in there fighting his damn, his idol. He said it. It ain't my words. I don't seen the man make full-blown posts saying this is his favorite fighter and all types of shit. Then y'all out of nowhere, he go from that to now y'all don't like him. That fake-ass manufactured fake hate trying to sell a fight that y'all never was going to participate in to begin with. So, again, I got this energy because, like I said, that dude running around social media, tweeting from your son account, nasty work, you talking shit, you going back and forth with fans, you blocking fans, you blocking blessings, support, you blocking trainers, you getting in his own way, and oh yeah, a whole 6-pack of muscle milks later, y'all still ain't fighting. You came out and said y'all about to be a free agent, then your son come out and do an interview and say y'all not leaving Golden Boy. You telling me you not bad for his career, and I don't never had this angle, but you clearly you got to take a back seat. None of this shit is good. Yeah, you got him to a point, but the same guy that put him in position is the same guy that's going to put him in a bad position. I'm telling you, you're going to burn bridges for him. You're going to ruin opportunities with your mouth and the way you conduct business. Silly shit. You went from blaming a man's whole team to like saying somebody poisoned you, masseuse ladies, like you name it, you came up with it, bro. There's no excuse under the sun that you didn't use as to why y'all didn't make it to the fight. And then you had the nerve to pop back up days later in the gym like we supposed to say, damn, look how hard he worked. That's clown behavior. You just said he was about to die. How the hell is he back training? Daniel Dubois got sick. We ain't seen his ass in the gym since. You get what I'm saying? Something just don't be right with the picture. And you're spearheading the whole he was sick and about to die campaign. Oh, somebody rubbed cream and it was poison. Then you walk back. Every lie that you told, you had to walk it back. This is what I'm saying. This is why you got people like Rick Ross. And to me, he wasn't even trying to expose you. He's just telling the real. Y'all not solid. You running around here getting in his way, and you talk too much, and you think you know more than you do. You clearly keep talking about he know all these 48 styles of boxing, and we only see one when he get in the ring. He's mastered. I know I keep changing the number because they say I don't know what the hell. They be 27 styles of boxing. What is it? The 8 styles. You keep telling us that shit, and then he get in the ring. We see one style that he didn't even master yet. The one style got him missing stools, getting dropped in some more shit, looking gassed, all types of shit. So, look, man, all I'm saying is you want your son to really make it, understand that you've laid the groundwork. All you got to do is sit back and enjoy the show. Guide him, not try to make every move for him. You're talking from his social media is weird behavior. We don't even know if we talking to the fighter or you. That shit ain't it. Name another fighter in boxing that's like that got it like that. A grown man. We talking about a man. He got a kid and everything. You got his social media. This man got a kid. This man can have a kid, but can't have his own social media account. Come on, man. You are, and I got energy for him because he out here blocking people that address his bullshit that he put out. If you're a man about the shit that you put out, then you don't turn comments off. You don't get offended. You don't block people for asking you questions. If you can come out and say somebody poisoned and, he was on his deathbed, like, bro, you said he wasn't good. And he was training days later on some silly shit. That's not hard work. That's foolishness. He's supposed to be home somewhere resting, but you got him in the gym, back in the gym. Again, man, like you doing more harm than good, bro. Doing more harm than good. That's what I believe. You're doing way more harm than good, bro. Take a back seat. It's okay to sit back, learn the game, or go learn it from somebody that know better than you. That's how you put them in a position. That's how you get them to the next level. You don't use Ronnie Shields as a photo op. You try to see if you really can bring him on board as an actual trainer instead of having people asking him where Ronnie at. Ronnie is where Ronnie's supposed to be. Ronnie don't train his ass. Shout out to my guy, Sad Pooh the Kid, man. Much love, bro. Appreciate that. In the super chat, man. Safe travels on that road, my G. Said I'm listening. Said I'm driving and listening, my G. Appreciate you, bro. Get out of the way, man. Stop trying to live. Hey, man. Hey, you know who do a good job at being out the way, bro? You know? Who do a pretty good job at staying out the way? I mean, it's two fighters. They about to fight now. Aside from him grabbing Chris Eubank by the throat because of the egg situation, Nigel Benn stay out the mix. You know, Chris Eubank Sr., he stay out the mix. Like, dudes be out the mix. They not trying to live through their sons. They trying to let their sons live their own careers. But maybe it's different because they actually fought before. And they know the only way they truly going to make it if you allow them to make it. You get what I'm saying? Get out the damn way. Take a page out of their book. Go learn some game from somebody. You got a very talented son. He young as hell. He got it down packed. He worked his ass off. But you dimming his light by getting in his way, carrying on with all that foolishness, bro. I know it's social media and it's promoting, but it's people that's really not going to forget that you said somebody poisoned them. You blamed the fighter and his team for that shit and made up a masseuse lady. You created a person in real life and said they poisoned your son. You did this. Ain't no coming back. You don't just get to like pop back up on the scene training like it ain't happened. You're a goofy. And then you got him, you got this dude co-signing all your silly shit. Y'all wonder why you can't get out. You can't get out your own way. So you think Rene Guerrero had you having fits? You think he had you having fits in the corner? You have yet to see anything yet, bro. You're going to continue to get in this man's way and you're going to stop him from being great. I like the young kid, but I don't like his dad and how he moved. He way too controlling. That was the final straw. You heard it from somebody else that he used to work with, that he was on with, that he did bad business with, man. And I believe it. He's starting to have a track record, and it's not a good one. It's not a good one. Free Smoke, what it do? Kid Austin said, Dad, I know, baby. You get me, Cuddy, what it do, homie? So at least Bill get his son the undisputed status. One, two, yeah, Bill different. Jeffrey was good with it, fan. Don't forget the video of him beating it. And he did that in front of his son, bro. Al Cheeks, what it do, family? How you feeling? Dev and Boost can relate. You get me. I like Bill Haney. Look, listen. Aside from the personal, when it's not boxing related, the mugshot, y'all, we know the track record. That shit is lame. But the other stuff, I could level with, and I feel like he knows how to get out the way. You seen them; they work with a number of different people. You know, Devin's gotten game from a lot of different trainers. He said it like he knows how to take a back seat, but he gonna continue to be the mouthpiece, and he gonna go hard for his baby boy. I feel like that's what he's supposed to do. You get what I'm saying? Man, Coach Jordan is like that in interviews. Shout out to my guy Doug Gilly would be a better train for Kid Austin instead of Unc T. Y'all stupid, man. Call that man Unc T, man. Unc T. But Bill get all the slack. Yeah, so Bill get it. You know, I get it. It's the stuff that he's done, you know, the personals, like, you know, that should be low. But aside from that, I think he just be promoting. Shout out to Jay Hardcore. He seen Bill personally. Bill told him he be promoting his son. And ever since then, I've looked at it as exactly what it is. So, like I said, I separate the two things. When it's not boxing related, like when it's the spook by the door or the monkey, I'm not into none of that, and I don't rock with it. But, you know, him, even if they oversold the fight, the Ivan Drago, if he dies, all that shit, but that's still selling the fight. That's cool. But that's not him. You can't look at Devin's career and say, yo, Bill, if it wasn't for Bill, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even saying he ain't ruined Kid Austin's career or nothing, but you can see it starting early and how he can be getting in the way. That was a lot of negative press that you built up saying people broke into your house, breaking and enterings, bro, planted drugs. I ain't even get into all the stuff. Like, you did all of that. I ain't never seen Bill do that. I ain't never see Bill do that. Like, he done did some shit. He done said some shit. I ain't never seen Bill get up there and do that. Oh, they rubbing cream on my son, and they poisoned him, and they scared to fight, and they stole a pass. I ain't never seen Bill do that. Bill couldn't travel over there to Australia with his son the first time. They traveled. He dapped him up, hugged him, sent him on his way. Dad went over there, whooped ass. Second trip around, Bill was there. You get what I'm saying? Y'all two different people, bro. He get a lot of flack. I think people don't like him. It's something personal. I can't speak to that. But when he go personal, I call him out for it. I don't respect it. But as far as the promoting and talking shit and, you know, going at the fight, that's cool. That's Bill's the mouthpiece. I'm cool with that. But he ain't getting in Devin's way and stopping him from being great. That's not it. He's there every step of the way. They're enjoying that ride together. That's a different dynamic. And I hate to do this, but we having this conversation. To me, it looked like it's mutual respect between Dev and his father. They rock out cohesively like a really good team. That's what it seemed like to me. The other side, he looked like he's scared of his pops a little bit. I want everything I love. He like he a little scared of him. And that's not a good look. That you look like you scared of the man that's always speaking for you, that's face always in the interviews. Like, bro can't get an interview in by himself. So look, man, I ain't trying to diss him, but I think he should take a back seat. I think he's done a phenomenal job as well. I don't think he's ruining his son's career, but I think he putting out a lot of bad, I don't know, bullshit. He told a lot of lies with it. He wasted a lot of people's time with the build up of his last fight. And I just don't believe that the reasons that they said they didn't fight is the reason they didn't fight. I don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? They'll at least sound like a man. We talking, you get me? They call him Auntie Scofield for a reason. Yeah, feminine vibes, bro. Autism boy, what's good with it? Feminine vibes, bro. Take the back seat, learn the game a little bit more. Be a blessing to your son. You helped guide him here. You got him this far. You believed in him. Like I believe you grinded it out and helped him get right to where he at. But just don't be the reason that he stay right where he at and can't get to that next level, because you want to be the star of the show. You not the star of the show. You don't fight. We're not looking to see you fight and none of that. But you could be the mouthpiece for him just like Bill is. But I think I don't think he's done a good job at connecting with the fan base. And for better or for worse, you can say what you want. At least you could say Devin Haney has what they call the Hanos clan. Kid Austin ain't got that. At least it's a thing called the Hanos clan. They at least built that. They don't have that type of fan base that go everywhere and argue for him. They don't have that. At least Devin got some people that'll do that for him. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So they built their shit a little different, a lot different. Matter of fact, it ain't a lot different. So I think you could take a page out of people's book, like the Bill Haneys of the world. For real. Like, nobody knows it all. And I think Bill was learning on the job. I think it's things he's still learning. But I think it's safe to say it's a lot that if you're a newer guy coming in and you got a son, you can look over at him and there's some things that you could learn for sure, man. Because trying to be the star of the show is never going to work. It's never going to work. Like, that's not going to work. Because you're not that entertaining of a guy. And people call you sassy every time you speak. You get on people's nerves. He's the only guy that every time I play an interview, I got at least 1 or 2 people in the comments that say something about his voice. Every single time. CJ, what it do? Yeah, he the new thug. Yo, if he pop up with a shiesty, CJ, bro, they'll lose their mind, yo. Turk pop up with a shiesty, bro, yeah, it'll break the internet, yo. He'd break the internet. Tell him put on a ski mask. A ski mask with a big banner in the back that said TKO League 2025, bro. You know what I'm saying? Turk pop up with that ski mask like it's 2025. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can be Aerosmith Senior now. That's a fact, though. They can't. In the cut like a Band-Aid, for real. You get me. Bill be on Vlad. It is what it is. All positive press for his son. Yeah, Bill be pushing different messages for his son. He don't, I think he wear a lot of different hats and he know when to wear them too. He know when to swap them hats out. So I think that he's brought more awareness to his son in a positive light than negative. It's not all going to be positive, but I think people overreact and I think people treating it like, because they went out there and it didn't go well for them in the Ryan fight, that he somehow failed them. That's a decision that they, as a unit, as a team, I'm pretty sure collectively made to go after Ryan. So I don't think he failed him at all. And I think, all of this shit could be water under the bridge if he get his get back. So I can't wait to see this May 2nd card. I think it's going to be good, man. It's a good one. I think it's good for boxing. And, him getting it back in blood, it show a lot of people what he really made of. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of people that still doubt him. I think with the right kind of win, you know what I mean? Especially a couple wins, he'd be all right. But he got to win. Got to win. There's two results in my opinion. Yeah, he know how to stare. He know how to stare up the BS. Mike, I ain't gonna lie about that. He do. He gonna pop over a tank like a No Limit Soldier in due time. Ah, man. I thought you said for a second, I thought you said he gonna pop up with Tank. I said, woo. So that's my rant of the day, y'all. That's my rant of the day with the Scofields. Overall, I don't dislike him. I don't hate his pops and nothing like that. I ain't got no real negative smoke for him, but take a back seat. You ruining potential supporters, you're turning people off because of the way you're being controlling. The way you're controlling a situation that in which you don't have to take the punishment is tough. And people are turned off by that. And this is a man's sport, and we want to see a young man be allowed to be a young man. I mean, not to compare, but shit, Bill threw his son in there at what, 16, 17 years old with Tank Davis, bro. See, y'all a little different. You out here pulling your son out a couple rounds after Shakur almost made him poop himself in one round with Abdullah Mason. You see the difference? Bill let his son go through that fire, and they got that money at the end, right at what they said. So it's just different, right? I think he definitely believed differently than I think Bill believes a lot of the shit that he says out his mouth in terms of what he believes his son is. I think the other one just says it because he expects people. You get what I'm saying? People expect him to say that coming from a father, right? So I think Bill believes it more so. Boxing Hacker, what it do, homie? Y'all smash the like button. Let's keep rolling, man. Yeah, it was a double entendre. Yes. Bill part Black Panther. Black Panther. Y'all, yeah, we missing 10 likes. Make sure y'all, if you didn't hit the like button, make sure you do. We're going to build for a little bit longer. We ain't going nowhere just yet. Just yet. So we got to get into these fights that just passed too. So we just gonna keep rolling. Noop, 1-up games was good. I think I saw Tank tried to bite him. Yeah, that's what Lamont Roach was talking about. I seen the clip like after the fight, somebody sent it to me, but I ain't want to like really go in on it because I ain't think he was really doing it. But the fact that Lamont Roach broke it down, talked about it, I gave my little take on it. But if he actually, I'll say this, if that is what he was actually doing in the clip, trying to bite him, yeah, it's just clear frustration. I mean, it can't be nothing else. It's frustration, lack of focus, mental lapse. It's not something you should do. It's a risky move, right? All of that stuff. He get an opportunity to right all of those wrongs in the eyes of anybody that think he did wrong, performed wrong, didn't, focus right, or didn't take the situation or the fight serious. Now you got an opportunity to see him do exactly that. Now you got an opportunity to see that. Get to see exactly what he made of, man. Let's keep going, y'all. I gotta bring this up, man, because we seen these fights this past weekend, man. We got to see the young boy. Jadier Herrera, this young Cuban southpaw fighter that they trying to like push on to Shakur. And it's crazy how fast boxing fans are like they just like bandwagon. These dudes were advocating for Shakur ducking a guy that nobody ever even seen fight. Don't nobody know him. They don't know where he ranked at, and no sanctioning body, nothing. They just see a guy, he got a couple knockouts and some wins, and they're like, he should fight that guy. I got to see him fight this past weekend. I like him. I listen. I like the call out of Shakur. I like it. I thought it was funny. I like the accent. That's even funnier. It's not he's doing what a fighter's supposed to do, but for the fans, that's he ducking him and he should fight him. Like I criticize everything he do. I seriously doubt that he get credit for beating a guy because he got some knockouts that don't nobody know. If you seen the fight Saturday, this past weekend, you'll know. Listen, he went out there, he got a knockout. He loaded up too much. Inexperienced. IQ is not at the level, nowhere near that elite level right now to me. Just young, strong, and aggressive right now. And I think he got a lot more to go. He's only, 22 years old, like he said. Yo, man, that don't even make sense. He got to go fight somebody else. I don't want to see that fight. It don't make no sense. I don't think he'll beat him. Shout out to my dog, L Boxing. He said he felt like it looked like the De Los Santos fight, in respect to that. But just seeing how he fight, I don't feel like he present the same level of danger as far as punching power. I think he's strong, but I think De Los Santos look different, right, than him. I just don't see it, right? Anything can happen in a fight, but when I look at him, I don't see a guy that's gonna beat one of those elite level dudes right now. I just don't see it. He's strong, but he don't put it together the right way. The IQ definitely lacking. You can see the inexperience. You can see that he's 22 years old, loading up on shots, getting clipped over and over with clean hooks. Like, no, that's not the guy. That's not the guy to beat him. And if we just being honest, unless something like tragic happens in a fight or like somebody injury gets get caught with a phantom shot, if the fight goes or how they typically fight, Javier Herrera on his best night not beating no Shakur. I just can't see that. Can't see it. Can't see it. I watch closely and I wanted to watch because I'm like, he beat this dude up a certain way. I'm all for the fight. Like, hey, beat his little young ass if you can't get nobody else in there. But after seeing how it looked, nah, hell no. It's just a waste of time. People being prisoners of the moment. And they just being surface level people. They look at a record, they see 16. What he had, 16 wins, I think like 14 knockouts. He just got another stoppage. But that's he was winging shots, missing, loading up. I ain't like the way he got the work done. He got a knockout, but I wasn't overly impressed with the body of work that led up to the knockout. Like, you just expected it because he a strong young guy. They're not really putting him in there with nobody that's going to beat him. You just expected a knockout at some point, but I expected to look different, especially if you calling out elite level guys. But overall, I'm still not mad at him. I'm a fan. I'll watch him. I'll support him. I don't have nothing bad to say. He just need more work. Like he not at that level and he inexperienced for a reason. So when you look at the up and down the resume, you see the guys he fought. None of them come close to that level that he talking about competing at. And yeah, it's easy knocking those level of guys out. But when you in there with somebody that really know what they doing, nah. He too wet behind the ears. That's the best way to say it. I've seen a lot of inconsistencies with his approach, and I can tell that he's a product of having it his way because of the way he went about it. I feel like he could have performed better, but he just expected to be able to just blow through that guy. So he wasn't setting shots up the right way. I think he was loading up. He was getting over anxious at certain points in the fight. Just little stuff. Maybe I'm being overly critical because, again, we talking about him competing at the elite level. And if you're making mistakes like that, you're not campaigning at the elite level. You're not. Shout out to my dog, Mike Kirkland, my brother, man, for calling it straight about the Scofields, man. Appreciate you back in the super chat. Much love, bro. Shout out to my dog. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Not really for Shakur, but a good prospect. Yeah, he ain't ready. He ain't ready for that top level to me. Yeah, the Cuban dude, Javier Herrera, that they was big on. Shout out to Raina. How you feeling? Seeing right there, heard nice things for the kid. Yeah, go check it out. Damon, probably could find it on YouTube or something. It's not a bad fight or nothing like that, but I'm the standard that I'm comparing it to, elite level. I'm like, that's not the guy. There's no way I could watch that fight and say, yeah, that's a realistic threat for the top guys at 35 for any of the champions. I don't think he beats none of the champions. You know what I'm saying? None of them. So, and rightfully so. He young as hell. Shout out to the autism boy. Appreciate you, bro. Y'all didn't hit the like button. Make sure you do. We winding down. We getting closer to the 9th inning, man. We're gonna keep rocking. Though. We ain't done. I just had to and shout out to Mike Kirkland, man. I'm always had to keep it real. The Scofields, I don't dislike them. I just hate the whole charade that led up to all those antics when it was time to fight somebody real that you begged for. Your promoter told you not to take the fight. Y'all asked for it. All types of stuff. You turned me off with that, like that big time. So I want to see how they move as a team. I want to see what his next opportunity going to be. And I'm pretty sure he's going right back to fighting. Probably if they ain't burn bridges with Oscar, they probably going to go hit the route that he wanted him to go in the beginning. So hopefully he learned his lesson. I hope they stop clout chasing from this point on. I hope he do take a back seat and let his son kind of like spread his wings a little bit and be a man. He got a kid. I think he should be able to control his social medias. I think, you should be able to trust him enough to speak for himself. And I think people will like him a lot more because of it. He worked hard as hell. It's hard not to like a young fighter that don't get in trouble. All he do is work hard, right? So I know a lot of people can't like separate him from what his dad be saying, but I could to a degree. But I can tell you, it's like added weight, right? It's like dead weight after a while, and it's like a package deal. You to support him is this guy, and this guy wants to be the star more than the guy. You get what I'm saying? That's doing the fighting. It seemed like so. It just seems that way. So if you just take a step back, don't remove yourself, but just take a step back. Let the man like spread his wings and live a little bit. Be a man and grow up. He in a hurt business and he can't learn the way he need to if you're trying to make every decision for him. You know what I'm saying? And save him from what comes with this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of it. You're going to have to deal with it. Mine in Cleveland that has an appetite for smoke. Me too. For that Cuban lightweight, who we call Alalshikh, me too. Cloud chaser. Well, sometimes they do, the butcher do. Sometimes it do. Sometimes it do. Do Belinga fault. So yeah, man, we're gonna keep rolling, but best of luck to the Scofields. Look, I'm still supporting Kid Austin. I just think his dad got a weird approach as to how he move. It's better ways to do shit, and I'm gonna stand on that. The way he do it, I've listened to a lot of different people. I don't know nobody that's like, nah, his dad is good. Nah, they all be equally like, nah, he ain't it. So, I mean, I think it's some things he need to clean up for sure for his son. I mean, for the sake of his son's career, anyway, for the betterment of his son's career. Oh man, nah. Yeah, that Belinga fight happened already. This weekend, Zoom. It just happened. As you heard the new dilemma about Roach and his lawyers filed a complaint on Tank accused him of trying to bite his ear. Yeah, I'll say this, Raina. He talked about it briefly. I had played the clip where Roach talked about it. Yo, he laughed about it, Raina. As far as like getting the lawyers involved. That's false. He not trying to sue or trying to like pursue no type of legal action for a bite. Yeah, they lying. Now he did play the clip where he was saying somebody pointed it out that he did try to bite him. They spoke about it on the like on the air. They made like some type of Mike Tyson reference, but it's outside of that, it didn't go nowhere. Lamont Roach laughed it off, and the rematch is still on the way. I'm hearing June, toward the end of June. You know what I mean? So we just gonna wait and see. But yeah, ain't nobody getting sued, no lawyers. Don't believe the hype. You know what I mean? Lamont ain't doing that. Just like they said the last time he was trying to sue him, and he came out and was like, bro, I ain't got no lawyers involved. I'm not suing nobody. Like, he not suing. How far do you think that's gonna go? For a bite that didn't happen? You get me? For a bite that didn't happen, that almost happened. It's crazy. It's crazy work. Brad would have been on weight like Padley. He would have got the score fight. Yeah, and Frank Warren is his promoter. Frank and Turkey is locked in. Yeah, true. But to paint the image that he ducked him, knowing he had a fight, like, I just don't think he would have won. He a cool little fight, but he ain't got what it takes to me yet. And I feel like that's inexperience. So he just gotta keep working. Right? I like him. And I feel like that you gonna see those little inconsistencies with young guys coming up, right? Point to prove, you just want to get your guy out of there, right? So I get it. You know what I mean? I like Herrera though. I don't dislike him. I'm interested to see him again. You know what I'm saying? After seeing him this time, I want to see what he do again. I got this little clip speaking of Padley, but real quick, this is what
I have 40 knockout. No, this guy only push. I know, I'm serious. I have 40 knockout. I'm very serious. Send me a contra. I'm ready. Send me a contra.
I'm ready to see it. I have 40 knockout.
I'm here for no play, you know what I'm saying? I'm here for no play. Send me a contra. I know, baby. Send me a contra. I will kill you. Send me a contra. No play with me.
Baby. Send me a contract. Don't play with me. Send me a contract. Nah, I gotta play this. I have 40 knockout. Bro, what?
No, this guy only
I have 40 knockout.
Push. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. I have 40 knockout. I'm very serious. Send me a contra. I'm ready. Send me a contra. Send me a contra. I'm here. I'm here for no play. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to send this for no play. Send me a contra. Oh man, I'm about to send this to Core, bro.
I will kill you.
Yeah, I'm about to send it to him. Say you gotta laugh at this shit. Don't play with me. Send me a contract. I know, baby. I know, baby. I had 14 knockout. I see this. I had 14 knockout. I like Herrera, bro. I like him, bro. I like him. Look, he doing what a young fighter's supposed to do, call for smoke. But I just think he got more work to put in, obviously. But he ain't supposed to feel like that. If I could get an opportunity at a title shot at 22, being 16, 17, and 0, you know what I mean? I'm going to get it too. Think about it. Core guy's first title shot, he's like 13 and 0. So he not crazy for wanting it, but I think he got more work to do. That's all. Nothing bad to say, but he just got more work to do. He could say, send me the contract. I not play. I serious. I know, baby. I know, baby. Send me the contract. I love it, man. You gotta love it, bro. Gotta love it, man. It's hilarious, man. Shit is hilarious. But shout out to Jadier. I don't want to butcher the name, but he got some work to do, man. That's all. He just got some work to do. He got some work to do if he want to get Shakur, man. Josh Padley, who got an opportunity to fight Shakur, he was on weight. He was on standby. He was ready for that opportunity. Allen was good with it. They asked him about. I think they asked him in this clip about if he had a full training camp, because I know a lot of people was saying if Josh Padley had a full training camp, he would have did this. He would have. I don't see it, but let's see what he had.
Josh Padley, how has your life changed since your big pay-per-view fight with Shakur Stevenson and making all that money?
Well, first of all, the major one is I've been able to stop the day job as an electrician. I've now got a promotional deal with Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, and I'm now officially a full-time boxer.
Did Hearn and Turkey have you on standby just in case Austin pulled out the fight?
No. The first we heard of the fight was the Tuesday evening when Kid Austin didn't show up to...
True that Turkey bought you a house too as well?
No house. Eddie Hearn said in an interview with somebody that from the purse I could go and buy myself a house. And then I think it got twisted, and obviously everybody liked the story of me getting a house as well, but I didn't receive a house.
Padley said, nah, I ain't give me no house though. Got me that opportunity, not no house. Got me an opportunity though, but I had another clip in here where he was talking about if he had a full training camp. They asked him about having a full training camp. I forgot. I be having so much stuff.
You came in your fight with Mark Chamberlain, a massive underdog. Betting sites had you as a plus 1,000 underdog, and some had you more than that. And you ultimately dropped Chamberlain and beat him on the cards. With a full training camp, Padley, would you have upset Shakur too?
I don't know if my skill set's quite at Shakur's level. You know, his timing and punch accuracy was like I've never been in there with anybody like that before. I would have been more competitive, and I do believe that I would have seen the full 12 rounds out. But he's a very good fighter.
And on a scale of 1 to 10,
that's for them haters. That for them haters. They asked that man if he had a full training camp, would he have upset him? He said, I don't know, man. I don't know if my skill set is quite up there with Shakur's. Start talking about the accuracy and punch placement. He never seen nothing like it. He ain't been in there with nobody like that. Shout out to Josh Padley. You got a supporter for life. Just for keeping it a buck. Just for not saying what these ignorant fans that say, oh, he had a full training camp. He would have no. He'd had a full training camp. He'd have just had more time to get beat up. That's it. That's all. You can clearly see from the opening bell all the way through the rounds that's clearly like a separation, a skill gap that he dealing with. There's nothing a full training camp would do probably, but made him maybe been able to see the full 12 rounds through, like he said. Maybe he would have made it 12 rounds. You give him something, maybe. That's not even for sure because he got dropped 3 times to the body. I don't know, but maybe he could have made it, but there's no scenario where he beat Shakur. He just don't have it, right? And it's okay. I mean, he pretty much said that. He don't know if his skill up there yet, but, he think he would have seen it through. You know what I'm saying? He would have finished the fight on his feet, and I respect it, man. Shout out to Josh Padley, man. J Boxing, what it do? He kept it real, man. I like it. I like the way he kept it real, man. And you see fans just wanted to have something to say negative so they could have a reason to shit on him. But I like to hear from the fighters, not people that don't take the punches. So shout out again to Josh Padley for just being genuine. And salute to Javier, however you want to pronounce it, Herrera. He want that smoke, bro. He want that smoke, but he just got to keep working for right now. I don't see him as being even in the picture to get that fight. So he going to have to keep dreaming. And y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. But before we get out of here, I do want to bring up the fights. I know it's like we did see some good fights this weekend. I know it was some talk about Edgar Belinga and his comeback in the first round knockout. Bro, he's fighting Frosty the Snowman, like the melted snowman. No disrespect to Buddy. I know they said he did like a 10-year bid or something like that, and he blew up to like 300 pounds, which is why his body was looking like this. But bro was looking out of pocket. Like you can't expect me to think that you are serious, or I can't take you serious like this, bro. It's not about having a 6-pack or 8-pack muscles everywhere, but bro, when it look like you got a inner tube for a stomach, like when your midsection look like an inner tube, bro, a busted inner tube at that, and you look like silly putty, like bro, I don't know what's happening, what strange stuff is happening with his physique, but there's no way I took him serious. And it's crazy because dude was undefeated with like an 80% KO ratio. He had his KO ratio was a little higher than Belinga's. Belinga had 77, he had 80. This dude was like 21 and 16. I mean 21 and 0, 16 KOs, or 20 and 0, 16 K, one of them. Dude had a high KO ratio. He got in here like his body was melting, bro. I said, yo, what? He was like, he got the surgery and they just left the skin. Like, that's what it was. I was like, yo, bro, I can't. This is not a serious opponent, is it? Nah, bro. So, Belinga, no slight to you. You were supposed to do this, and I rarely say that on this channel about people supposed to get knockouts. When your guy body looked like this, bro, like he looked like he never did an athletic nothing, like a calisthenic in his life ever. Like, this was nasty work, bro. And I get it, the 10-year bid. He blew up in weight over 300 pounds and then lost all his weight. I respect it for him to even get back to boxing after taking that much time off. I respect it, bro, but I couldn't take you serious as a legit threat to Edgar Belinga, bro. That was a mismatch from the word go, simply because your physique wouldn't allow you to do what you needed to do against a guy like that. Now, maybe if you could have got outside the first round, a couple rounds, you'd have had a shot, but it just wasn't in the cards, man. Stomach built like flakjack. I'm telling you, he got a human flakjack. He got a built in. His joint built in, Reef. His joint built in. His flak jacket is built in, bro. It's built. 600-pound light post pick. I'm telling you, bro did the surgery and they just left his skin. So look, shout out to him, bro. But Edgar Belinga, he went out there and did what you're supposed to do with somebody that looked like they shouldn't be in there with you. He got him up out of there in the first round. He got him out of there. He blitzed him, man. Look, Belinga, there's one thing about him. He can punch. I think his punching power is legit. I just think his IQ is in question. I think when he steps it up in competition, that's what he likes the most out of this boxing game. I think his IQ. You know what I'm saying? He's improved since he stopped getting those first round knockouts, but has he improved to the level where he'll start beating like the top world-class guys up there at the weight class? We're going to find out. I just don't know yet. But we'll see. Just waiting on Shakur to fight top 10, 135-pound fighter. Yeah, man. You know why I don't be tripping on it? You know what I'm saying? So, look, shout out to Belinga. It was a good win for him, but he was supposed to go out there and get rid of that guy because, like I said, his physicality and his physique told me he shouldn't have been even in there. So that was Rosado posting this about this dude. His physique is disgusting. Very. Get that off the screen. But and who else fought? Nick Ball. Nick Ball had a good fight this weekend. Look, he fought TJ Haney. I didn't think that dude TJ was going to do nothing with him. He just got his back, his spine damn near punched out his back when he fought anyway. These old guy ain't going to beat Nick Ball. Nick Ball too scrappy, too aggressive, strong. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though the fight was like had its competitive spots, but overall, Nick Ball, I don't think it was at risk of losing this fight. I just never thought it was a fight he was going to lose. TJ is my age. His ass 38. Difference is I'm 38. I can do content. His ass got a box. I ain't got to take no punches. So he a little too long in the tooth. I think Nick Ball is an up-and-coming strong guy. I think he one of the top dudes at the weight class, obviously. I want to see what's next. I want to see a unification or something for that dude. Because he got it all from my guy, Ray Ford, man. He slipped that in there with Ray Ford, but I don't believe he's that. I don't believe he's all that. I mean, I don't think he's, I believe he could be beat, bro. I believe he could be beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, yeah, at 38, his ass looked like he ready to sit down with me. I'll do some content. Somebody tell TJ Haney it's okay. Come sit down, do some content. Yo, start a podcast. It's cool. Podcast jumping right now. Podcast jumping right now, G. You know? Got built like couch potatoes. Literally the human couch potato, bro. Wipe up the melted ice cream. I'm telling you. Belinga is It depends where you rate him, right, Zoom? I think he's definitely not an average fighter. He's above average. He's a good fighter. He's a good fighter. I just don't. I think the gift and the curse was his knockouts. I think when people seen that, they expected it to continue, and when it slowed down, you started to see his deficiencies. And when they got put on display, then you see it. And I think it's his personality too. Like this, he give off a certain energy to people, and they don't like it. They feel like he talk better than he fight. You know what I'm saying? And he always say he ain't trying to kick it. All fist for Nick Ball. Oh, man, yeah. Peace to the queen. Yeah, facts, bro. Shout out to my dog, man. Ace said, Cool Boy the best at 26. Cool Boy is definitely one of the guys at 26. Nick Ball's overrated. Depends on how high you rate him, right? He's good. He good. Solid champion, right? He beat Raymond Ford. I think that speaks volumes, even though he caught him when he wasn't I think he was weight drained clearly from that because he was about talking about going up and he spent the block one more time at the weight class. Eddie Hearn special, that's what I call it, and he took an L. You know what I'm saying? You think Shushu going to call out Cool Boy? He said it. He said he wanted the winner out of Cool Boy and Brandon Figueroa in the rematch arena. He said he wanted to fight the winner. So yeah, I think he will. The thing is for him, Arena, is what's top ranked plans for him. Because although these dudes are ambitious and they want fights, they can't make their own fights. Like their promoter got to be on board. I mean, I'm pretty sure he probably can go tell him that's the fight he wants, see if he'll try to make it. But I think Shushu wants smoke. If he had an opportunity to fight him, I think he'll fight him. Are you forced sleeping? Ball at 30. I think he'll beat him up for sure at 30. I definitely do. If he wasn't compromised at the weight of 26, he would have beat him. Look how close that fight was. And he clearly wasn't what he normally is physically. That's why he lost. He was more stationary than I've ever seen Raymond Ford. And his response time just wasn't. He wasn't responding to how he typically do. And to me, that looked like somebody that struggled with a weight cut and had an issue. And then when you seen him, I've seen his Twitter. I've seen him talking about going up. And then when I seen him, he taking a fight at the weight class again, I'm like, huh? Like that had to be, so he must have been getting paid good, and it must have been something Eddie Hearn asked. Shout out to Art, man. What's good with it, fam? Shushu can beat Nick Ball for sure. Yeah, he could. Yeah, he could. I like Nick Ball though. He's scrappy, yo. He a little dirty. He get physical, but he could fight. Dragon Assassin, like cool over Shushu. Yeah, it's a good fight. Hell yeah. Tank versus Roach 50-50 fight. It's crazy, Art, man, because on paper it wasn't supposed to be. But I think after seeing the way the first one played out, you could kind of lean towards that. 55, 45. I don't know if you can no longer say 60-40 because of how it played out, but I can understand people still tipping it in Tank's favor. But it turned out to be a 50-50 type fight. It wasn't supposed to be, but it turned out that way. And now they got an opportunity to make it not look like a 50-50. But I think the next one's going to be very competitive too. And whoever make the adjustments is going to win. I lean towards Tank, but given the way that man performed in the first fight, it's just hard to say he don't have a chance at making shit happen for himself. Lisa. Roach is good, but Tank had a bad night. Yeah, I don't think Tank had a bad night as much as I do them just knowing each other and having a good fight because of that. Tank versus Roach look like Roy Tarver too. It's gonna be sick. Oh yeah, that'd be sick. Where yeah? Any more grease tonight? Yeah, asking something about the grease. That'd be cool if he did that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, people would be sick. But you know what I learned though, Art, man? Whenever you just pay attention to this and remember I said this. In boxing, we all got people that we like to see the most, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to see your absolute favorite fighters fight. But when you go too hard on one fan base, this is anybody. That's something I've seen over time. And I learned it when I first started really learning it. It was with Broner. It was all good while he was winning, going crazy, talking crazy. Then when he took that loss, it was like his fall from grace was crazy. People was sick. So I've seen like whenever you have, and his fans used to be crazy is what I'm saying. So whenever you got a real crazy fan base, at some point in time in boxing, it's going to be your turn. Now, I mean, Tank's turn was a draw. So for most people, he still came off better than most people because he didn't lose and get embarrassed at all. You know what I mean? He just had a close fight with a guy that people probably didn't expect it to, right? That's cool. But He got an opportunity to fix that. So when you get trashed, you just get trashed, and you got to come back from it. But whenever you got a crazy rabid fan base, they always get humbled. Boxing will humble you. When you think your guy is Superman, and that's go for anybody, any fan base. Once upon a time, Adrian Broner was running around looking damn near unbeatable. He was kicking ass. How people used to talk, oh, he'll beat this one. He'll give Floyd a good fight right now. All this jumping the gun. You get in there with Marcos Maidana, we was ready to cry. We seen that fight happen, we ready to cry. We seen AB get punched around like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's just boxing. Every fan base get it. You know what I mean? All our fighters, from Shakurs to Devs to Tanks, they all got it. Fan bases, they all got some of it. You get what I'm saying? It's just with those guys, for Dev, like it was Osterine, so his loss wasn't a loss. With Shakur, he's never taken a loss, just bad performances, but criticism. With Tank, close performance, no loss, but a lot of criticism, right? When you've been that good for so long, people just look for the chink in the armor. And any opportunity to look at you as less than what you've been selling yourself as, people jump all over it. So you've seen it with Tank. Get what I'm saying? You've seen it with the Tank situation. People jumped all over. Oh, your hype job. He did see that. But my Roach exposed him, and he looked like this and he looked like that. And it's just all bullshit. So yeah, look, Belinga did what he was supposed to do this weekend. Nick Ball, he had a good fight with TJ Doheny. I knew he was gonna beat this guy. He kicked him in his ass because TJ was headlocking him. Where is that, man? He kicked TJ in his ass. It's a funny fight. It was a good fight, but we already knew who was going to win. You knew who was going to win.
No.
My
What the fuck you looking at?
You.
Well, come, we can have it outside, no problem. We can have it outside, no problem.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we can. We can. You think I'm mucking around? Threatening my dad? You think I'm playing games? Ever talk to my dad like that? Ever talk to my dad like that? Ever talk to... Well, don't put your hands on your son.
Listen, this is the fight game.
Do you know what I said?
This is the
fight game. Then we'll meet outside then. And we'll have it out then.
Anytime you
want. We'll have it out then.
Anytime you want, kid.
Do you think it was disrespectful, though, to threaten Nigel Benn in the way you did?
He's defending his son. You may not understand that because that more don't run in your family. My dad don't run in your family. It could have been glass. It could have been anything.
What do you mean bullshit?
He didn't know in the moment what was going on.
It doesn't matter what he didn't know.
Put your hands on someone's son. If anyone put their hands on my son, I promise you they won't.
Nigel couldn't defend his son when he wasn't sure what you were using to attack him.
Listen, he can do whatever he wants, but I had to issue the warning to let him know that it can't happen again.
And what would you do if he did that again?
I said he wouldn't get his hand back.
What meaning what?
What does that mean?
It means what it means.
Tell me what that means.
I said it.
He wouldn't get his hand back. What are you going to do? Cut it off?
He wouldn't get the hand back.
What does that mean?
I don't need to say anything more.
Chris, come on. You've got to explain what that means.
I don't have to do anything.
He's being clever again.
You tell a man he's not going to have his hand
back.
I made the statement and that's it.
Do anything. I didn't mean to play that. I meant to play the clip with the fight with Nick Ball and TJ Doheny, but being that I did play that fight is going to be entertaining because they don't like each other. My question still remains for Conor: is he going to be too emotional? Is he going to be too emotional in his fight, and is it going to cost him because of it? Right? He been very emotional. He turned up. He act like your dad didn't grab another man by his throat. So you can't take him saying if he touch him again, he won't get his hand back. Take it how you want, but your dad should have fell back. You get me? Should have fell back. But I can't wait to see that fight right there. I really can't wait to see. I think that's going to be a really good one. Real good one. But let me play this. This is
Let's have another look at this, Richie, at the end, just as he started to flare up. Yeah, he's just holding on to him a little bit too long there, that's why. Ball, that's naughty, isn't it? But just frustrated because he knows that he's just holding him.
Yo. Why he kicked that man like that? Yo, he held him in the headlock too long. Yo, he kicked him, man. And Rose won the rematch. Can he hold two belts in two different weight classes? He asked him to like make an exception to allow him to do so. So I believe so. I believe if he does win it, I think if he does win the rematch, he should vacate the title at 130 and look to stake his claim at 35. I feel like if he loses the rematch, then I feel like he should go defend the belt at 30. I don't feel like he should try 2 weight classes. I think that's risky, and the weight fluctuation, it could be tricky. But if he say he'd do it, I support it. But I think it's risky. But he asked like for exception or something to that effect to have this fight and still hold his title down there. So like however it work out, he was saying like if he got a obligation down there, he want to be able to defend it. If he win the belt up here, he want to be able to defend it and fight other guys at 35. So Shakur was one of the names he mentioned, and he said he actually talked to him. So that would be good. And Cummings would be, but he might, he might, he might, bro. But look, you just probably don't like Belinga's energy in the way he was sold to us. Like 16 first-round knockouts, bro. That's a gift and a curse. As soon as the knockout stopped, all the questions started. You get what I'm saying? Belinga's not a bum. He's an improved fighter since he stopped getting the knockouts and he had to start boxing. If you see it, he started doing things a little bit better, boxing a little bit more. But for him, it's about discipline and putting it all together in a night. A complete performance, not just looking good in spots. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like really consistently performing. We didn't get to see what it was this past Saturday because he got a first-round knockout. So we'll know more when he get back in there with somebody that can take his punching power and take him to rounds. That's when you'll learn the most about Belinga. Not when he's knocking guys out. Like, we ain't really learned shit about him Saturday. The same thing we always know. He's very strong in that first round, right? We always knew that. But it's when you take Belinga to rounds, then you get to see what he is and what he ain't. But I do think he's a good fighter. I think the hype don't, like, the expectation and the hype don't, I don't match up with what you're seeing from him. So it's hard to kind of get what I'm saying. We tend to like, write him off, but he's a good fighter, yo. He's a victim of his own success. The first round knockouts was a gift and a curse. It got everybody paying attention, but as soon as they stopped, everybody had questions. And then you start seeing them get knocked down. Gas tank get tested. You lose to Canelo, but everybody lose to Canelo. So, but you get what I'm saying? The chinks in the armor, people start to search for it and they see it. So they're just not high on Belinga, but he's a good fighter. Thurman Smith, me too. J Boxing, me too, bro. Shout out to you. I was talking about that last week. I was saying, making a case for why they need to fight each other. I think they need each other more than they ever did. I think the fight between Thurman and Spence now make more sense now than it ever did at any point in boxing. At any point, I think you get what I'm saying? Any point, I think it makes more sense now for them to fight. Because it's people don't expect it. You get what I'm saying? They think that you just gonna stay stubborn and you're not gonna fight nobody, and you're not gonna fight Thurman because you said you would, and it's a lot. So I just want to see him like kind of put that to the side and fight. You know what I'm saying? Fight. So yeah, it still sell, bro. It is still sell. That fight is still sell because Earl. So many people still want to see what he is and what he ain't. And then if you think about it, with Keith Thurman coming off a knockout, something he ain't had since 2014, there you go. You got your selling point. You got Keith Thurman ducked him years ago and didn't fight him. Spence said he wasn't going to fight him. He changed his mind. So you know if he – and then there's so many questions about what he is not at this point. People want to see it. I think it'll sell. It'll do good. I think Spence low-key need Keith Thurman. He need to reconsider fighting him. That's just my thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I say need him, I'm saying he can use Keith Thurman as a springboard back to where he trying to go if he ain't retiring. You get what I'm saying? Keith Thurman wouldn't be considered a tune-up. It's a quality fighter, a good fighter, one that's worth people time, and I think it's some history there, and people will watch it. I think him and Keith Thurman better sell some tickets at this point in their career. I really do. We'll see. We'll see what boxing has to offer. But that's all I got for today, man. I appreciate everybody rocking out with your boy. If you did not hit the like button, make sure you do. Make sure your notifications on so you can be notified when we live every day at 4 p.m. And we'll be back tomorrow. You already know. So y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of this Monday. And we appreciate everybody in the Super Chat, Cash App. Much love to all the supporters, everybody that pulled up and hit that like button. Much love. Make sure you hit it on the way out, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace to the fam.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
Just Do Boxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube.